So because I do not want to start from the basics,
Okay.
I want to start from where
It's cool, yeah.
I want to start from where it pissed me off.
All right, let's hear it.
So why the fuck did Zeus sleep with his sister? Can we start there? Because honestly, it was inside himself. What I'm saying is that by that time, why did I say that Cronus did not want to turn out as his dad, but turned out as his dad? Cronus didn't want, that point of Uranus being so scared of what his generation can do, he decided to enslave them. That enslavement depends on what history you're reading. It depends on who you're listening to. Whatever you went to read, whatever book Arafat went to read, whatever someone else who's not here went to read, they eventually, we don't want to word it the way we're wording it, but that's how he was thinking. He was thinking literally, whatever this is what is giving him the ego and audacity to do whatever he does. He knows that with this, I can birth as much kids as I want. With this, I can make an offspring that is my ideal offspring. Yes, it does.
And if you go further to research about this, Greek mythology became myths due to some agendas that were pushed.
Exactly. It shouldn't have been a myth, it should have been a religion.
A religion.
But because right now it is considered a myth, is because there is a certain agenda that deemed Greek mythology as a myth. Beliefs that people believed for centuries. Someone just came and said, whatever you believed for 100 years
is a lie.
Is a lie. The husband would cheat and they would still blame the woman. Yeah. That was Hera. Yeah. That was Hera. Hera was the type of woman that Zeus was fucking around, but Hera was giving bullshit to the women that Zeus was fucking, which was not fair.
Why are we talking about Hera? She was the most talked about. They said she was the queen of the goddesses.
Queen of the goddesses.
That doesn't mean Zeus did not have other wives. Yeah. But they also created a woman. You understand?
A woman was created in form of, Athena is known as the goddess of beauty. Mm-hmm. The woman was created in form of Athena. That was the example.
Very beautiful. Okay? So when the woman was created, she was given instructions that she was to be presented as a gift to Hephaestus.
But potato, because in Greek mythology there wasn't such thing as being gay. For them, they were just inflicting themselves in pleasure. The pleasure was not distinctive.
Thank you, they were gay. Let's just continue.
In real sense, they were. That's why if you look into Greek art, if you look into the sculptures and the paintings, they portray orgies.
Listen.
They portray threesomes.
The main point
and they do not portray them as sins. They portray them as daily life.
Drake said from the story, men were made without women and they were happy. Why are they happy if they're not gay?
I don't know.
There's a certain deity that...
Viewer disclaimer. Before we begin, we would like to remind our viewers that the content shared on this platform is created for entertainment, discussion, and educational purposes. The opinions and experiences expressed by our guests and hosts are their own and do not necessarily represent the views of University Blog 360 or our entire team. Some topics discussed may include personal experiences, different perspectives, and sensitive subjects. We encourage everyone watching to listen with an open mind, respect different opinions, and engage in healthy conversations. We do not intend to offend, criticize, or target any individual, group, culture, or belief. Our goal is to create a space where people can share, learn, connect, and have meaningful conversations. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy the episode.
Hello, everyone. So, last episode, we talked about Greek mythology, and we were all like, we should go and research Greek mythology, and we can come and discuss it today.
Yeah, sure.
But to just justify whatever position I'm in, is that I researched Greek mythology. But I got so bored. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? So I was like...
You got so bored or
yes,
pissed?
I got bored and pissed, both. So I was like, chill. I'll talk about Greek mythology, but I'm not gonna put my all into Greek mythology. So whatever I'm gonna talk about today, I'm not gonna put my head in it. You get my point?
Get your point.
So if it happens that there's parts where Felician and Arafat be talking about Greek mythology and there's
What
parts
point
of
of
me.
Drex don't this team get?
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Like-
so okay,
like
I'm
what
sorry.
point-
I'm sorry.
what point of
Rephrasing.
Don't
So
you
if
guys
it ever
get?
comes a point where I talk about Drex and I talk about Arafat, and there's parts where I'm like, I don't know what happened because it's about Greek mythology, then it's chill. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
And we don't want to have it all in as in like we're going to talk about Greek mythology, throughout. We just wanted to go and research and be able to come and speak about Greek mythology because last time, if you remember, we were mixing up stuff. And by the way, just to clarify what we said on the last episode, we were actually mixing between the two. There's Greek mythology and Norse mythology. Norse mythology is the Valhalla type of shit,
Yes.
the Vikings.
Like Vikings and
Vikings,
stuff.
yeah. That is the Norse mythology. And in Norse mythology, that's where there's Odin, there's
Thor, Loki.
Thor, there's Loki, yeah.
Yes, that's where we find those people. But then in Greek mythology now, we find that it's a whole different thing, and we're going to talk about it, right? That's what we're going to talk about. So yeah, we can push on. And by the way, we have Saint and
Arafat.
Arafat today. So yeah, and as you can see, now the funny thing is I texted them I texted them earlier this week emphasizing for them to actually, come here and be presentable like how the Greeks used to actually wear, in terms of costumes and whatever. And then it turns out that I'm the
Don't go out.
me and Saint are the only people who did not. Guys, we were joking about that. Why did you take these things so serious?
Joking about what?
The costumes and stuff.
Representing.
Look at you. I mean,
Listen. I have to justify myself.
guys.
Let me explain. When you were like we should talk about Greek mythology and stuff, I was like, I researched about Greek mythology and I was like, fuck, I don't know. Like I researched, and to be honest, I watched a video. It was a 3-hour long video about
Oh my
Greek
days.
mythology, and I was like, I couldn't finish it.
Okay.
So in my head, I was like, since I can't finish the video, the most I can do is wear accordingly. So I found a way to wear an outfit that looked like a goddess to make myself on the right spot.
Now you have made this a behavior also.
I can't help
You
myself,
have, you have made it a behavior.
It is what it is.
You don't finish things also,
It is what it is.
What God is
I'm, in a group discussion, like if you're in a group in college and stuff, I am that group member that doesn't do shit but expects everything to go accordingly.
What goddess did you try to represent with that outfit?
I'm representing Aphrodite, and I'm also representing Hera, and I'm also representing every other fucking female goddess.
The size says it all.
The guy says it all, honestly.
Damn, I mean, it's crazy. So, all right, now, like, we didn't even practice. How are we gonna do this? Like, are we gonna? Okay,
I have a lot to say.
I know you do,
So,
but then
I know we did not plan how we're going to address Greek mythology.
Okay.
So can I just pick where to start?
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you mean? Can you pick where to start? We gotta start.
'Cause
we
like-
gotta-
From the beginning,
we
yeah.
gotta- from the
Yes, I
beginning.
know we can start from the beginning,
gotta
but
give
it's
these
like,
people, like-
from the beginning it's like so basic.
Really?
So because I do not want to start from the basics,
Okay.
I want to start from where
It's cool, it's cool, yeah.
I want to start from where it pissed me off.
All right. Let's hear it.
So why the fuck did Zeus sleep with his sister? Can we start there? Because honestly, I was reading Greek mythology and I was like, maybe because I'm reading it, I need to get a different perspective. So I watched the video, and the video was showing me like history of Greek mythology. Do you want to understand Greek mythology? Let's put a video for you. Let's make you understand. And then when I was watching it, I was like, why the fuck did Zeus sleep with his sister? He had every other option. Because according to Greek mythology, Zeus was a womanizer, okay?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it means that he could have slept with Faraja. He could have slept with Saint. And no one would have been shocked because Zeus is a womanizer. But the fact is, he slept with not just Saint, He slept with a bunch of he slept with his sister, he slept with random women he met that he was attracted to. Like, it was a whole scenario. So, first things first, I want to address the fact that why would Zeus sleep with his sister? Why would Zeus entertain incest?
Okay.
Okay, that's a tricky question because in the Greek society, incest is one amongst the worst crimes man can ever commit. You know? And I don't know, it's a tricky. I'm telling you, it's a tricky question. By the way, since you've gone through the you want to say something?
No, what.
Since we've gone through the Greek mythology now, you do understand how women came to exist.
Yes, sir.
In the mortal world. You do know how they came to exist, right?
You can address it because maybe Saint doesn't know how.
We will go there. We will go there. But then the thing is, what now actually made me question the whole Zeus thing is that it was a punishment to man. A woman was a punishment to man. You get it? Then he goes around whoring with these women that are supposed, why the hell would Zeus do that, man? I mean,
Punishing himself, no?
you get my point? Because at that point now it feels like he wanted to punish man. Maybe because he was immortal, he didn't feel the sting of it. You get it? Yeah, maybe that's why. Me trying to justify Zeus's actions. Damn, I mean, it's crazy though. But then you see, I mean, I think you're getting all judgmental because this is not something you as a person is connected to. You get it? Like, for example, if we come back now to the other stories or to the other religions, same thing happened because, okay, don't come for me. I'm just going to put it this way. Now, we do know in the beginning now there was Adam and Eve, right? Then they had children. So practically those children were family. They had to marry each other. You see, did you hear my wording? They had to marry each other for them to now occupy and whatever. But then there's no problem there because we belong to those type of beliefs.
Yes.
But then when it's now, I don't know if I'm making a point.
You are.
Yeah. So maybe it's because we can judge. That's why we are doing it. You get it? Have I answered your question?
You have.
Yeah, because now in the after that war, after the 10-year war of the Titans and the gods, now what would they do now? The gods, for them to multiply and whatever, they had to.
But I feel like.
But that doesn't
Listen,
justify Zeus.
For Zeus, it's not about the gods to multiply. You get my point?
Yeah.
By that time, they figured out, like, the gods can multiply regardless of the Titan situation.
True.
But for Zeus, it was more like, because, like, he was like, Cronus had his time. I'm going to have my time. Because according to Greek mythology, it's not just Cronus that was talked about, okay? Before Cronus, there was who? There was chaos, and there was what? If you can correct.
Gaia and Uranus.
There was Gaia and Uranus, okay?
Yeah.
So Uranus made his stance that did not align with Cronus. And Cronus was like, nah, man, I need to get shit right for me.
I'ma fuck you up.
Yes. So Cronus made choices that were aligning with what he wanted.
Yeah.
When Cronus made those choices, Zeus, we got a story of Zeus, okay?
Yes.
So Zeus was like, I need to make choices that align with me, even though they don't align with Cronus.
Yeah.
Okay, I would just say this, right? Can we just start now from the beginning?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So that we also don't lose Saint here.
Okay,
If you understand,
Sure.
okay?
You wanna do that?
Okay, I can do it, no worries.
Alright, cool.
Okay.
So, in the beginning of time, there was...
In the beginning, can we get drum rolls?
There was an empty void, there was chaos, right?
Yes, sir.
And out of the chaos emerged Gaia and Uranus, right? So Gaia and Uranus came together and had the Titans.
Wait. Think.
Yes.
Before this goes on, is this all made up?
No, it's Greek mythology.
Greek mythology.
Now my question is like, did it happen?
According to Greek
It's
mythology,
Greek,
it
yeah.
happened.
It
happened.
How many years ago?
The beginning of time.
In the beginning of time.
Beginning of time.
Right now, when we're speaking about Greek mythology, you need to put Christianity aside. you need to put Islam aside.
You know
You
the
should
thing
just
is,
focus on Greek
And I need
mythology.
to put the Big Bang Theory aside.
Greek,
Yeah,
yes,
all those science
yes.
shit, put them
Because
aside.
according to Greek mythology, if you think about chaos, chaos was before Big Bang Theory. After chaos, then Big Bang Theory came on.
Alright.
So when we're telling you put everything aside, like put Big Bang Theory aside, because whatever it's going to explain, it may align, it may not align to what you know.
So it generally explains how the world.
According to Greek
Began.
mythology, yes.
yeah,
Yes.
what I will just like make it also easier. Just know that there's so many different types, so many different religions in the world, right?
Yeah.
And each people have their own way that they came into existence.
Yeah.
For example, the Chinese, they came from the Yellow River itself,
So
the
this
Mother
is
River.
The Greeks.
Now this is the Greek.
POV.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Greeks' point of view.
Okay.
Okay.
You get it now?
Yeah, I
So
get it.
when you're thinking about when
And,
Alpha is
and
explaining,
all the people who don't know about Greek mythology, when you're
this is their time to
Yeah,
understand
this
what
is
is
their
Greek
It's
time.
our
mythology.
time.
Yes.
Me and you other viewers.
Yes.
Because most definitely you don't know shit too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm also gonna go through my notes because I made some notes, of course.
Yes, please.
Please,
So-
please do that.
What I understood, right? There's how it all started is called the Genesis. Okay. So there was chaos, as I said in the beginning, and out of chaos emerged Gaia, which is Earth, and Uranus, the sky. They had children, the Titans, right? But Uranus was a terrible father. Uranus being the sky was a terrible,
It's a piece of trash.
was a piece of trash. Okay. And so Gaia helped her son Cronus castrate him and
Can
take
you,
over.
can you, you know, for them to better understand it,
Yes.
let's not call Gaia Earth.
Okay.
Because somehow, somewhere, she birthed Earth.
She birthed Earth. Okay, we can
You
say
get
that.
it?
Yeah.
So let us think of Gaia and Uranus as these big, humongous monsters, giants.
Yes.
Why monsters?
Like
Giants.
Okay,
That's
can
why I
I,
use
can I
giants,
clarify
not
in a way
monsters.
that she'll understand?
Yes.
You've watched Attack on Titans, didn't
Yeah.
you? You saw Titans and you
Yeah.
saw humans.
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine Gaius and Uranus as beyond Titans.
Beyond Titans.
They were
Actually,
not just giants.
a good example
They
is
were
the Titan himself, Eren the last when he became the final Titan. He was now bigger than other Titans. So we can say that as an example.
So we can say like these two entities are energies
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
that create.
Yes.
But then, you know, yes.
That is the perfect way to describe it. They were entities that created whatever we are seeing today.
Exactly.
So now what
And the
Arafat
history
is
of
going to
how
address,
what we are having today is going to be created now is going to come chronologically,
Yes.
slowly.
So when Arafat is explaining, you need to think, okay, these people are entities. So whatever Arafat is going to explain, he's going to explain how entities brought out humanity.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You know, listen, before we continue, you know why I said like I wanted to say like guys like an energy that can create is because I was scrolling in Instagram and then somebody was praying to the wind. I was like, okay, here is the power of Gaia, and then start like this, and then trees started moving. I was like, yeah, Gaia, lead my way. So like, you know, I want to laugh about it, but
That's the thing, because Gaia was Earth. Gaia was not just Earth, it was everything Earth represented.
yeah,
It was
so-
trees, it was the forest,
yeah,
it was
so, like,
nature.
yeah, that energy. So like for me, that thought came in my head. I was like, as much as I laughed when I was watching that, now it makes sense to me because
Now you get the story.
like at some point,
everything is aligning.
yeah, people believe in this shit. So
All right, continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as I said, said again, Gaia is spirit entity. We have Cronus. Cronus is now their son, right? And Cronus, Gaia helped her son Cronus castrate the father Uranus.
Arafat will beat you.
Why?
The way
Okay,
she's explaining this shit.
pause. You talked about Cronus.
Yes.
So when I was researching about Cronus, first of all, there was a series that I was watching with Saint, okay? If you remember when we were watching a series with Naomi.
yeah,
So that series was talking about Cronus, okay? Cronus, according to the series, was the god of time. Okay?
oh I know. Even
You
some
remember?
of the animals even. Like,
Yes, they represent Cronus as the god of
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So the way Cronus was represented was represented as someone, as an entity
Yes.
that defines your past and your future.
In your future.
You know
exactly.
why I don't want him to talk about Cronus like that?
Uh-huh.
He's making Cronus a big deal. Cronus wasn't a big deal.
Exactly, Cronus was not a big deal.
That's the
Listen,
thing. Do you
let
know
me
why
tell
I
you
say that?
something.
It's because, according to Greek mythology, Cronus was not a big deal.
That's what
But
I'm trying.
according to current situations, this is how they portray Cronus.
That is what I'm trying to make a saint understand. So after now Gaia and Uranus had whatever what they had, now they had kids. Let it just be like that. They had kids. Now those kids were Titans, Cyclopes, you know,
Yes.
those
Different
beings. Those I don't
Entities.
know 100 armed monsters and stuff like that.
Yes.
So generally they just had kids. Don't mention.
They
Cronus.
say
Okay.
supernatural kids.
But
Yeah,
it's
they
so-
just had
yeah,
kids.
why I'm
Different
mentioning
powers.
According to
Different,
now, supernatural.
why I'm
In
mentioning
that time,
Cronus,
it was
because
just
from what
kids.
I learned, Cronus is
Just
the
like
father of
everybody
Zeus.
has
Yes,
powers.
you know, like that's where we are going.
Yeah, that's where we're
You know,
going.
in this story right now, you know, should I do the story?
Do the story, man.
Just
Because in real sense, you know, one thing for
You
you,
know
to,
why? 'Cause
listen,
for her
Saint,
to-
I mean, oh my goodness, Drex,
Oh my
Saint
God.
is Faraja. For you to make Saint understand, you need to think of these facts. Like, are you thinking in a fictional point of view? Are you thinking in a supernatural point of view? Or are you thinking in Greek mythology point of view? You get my point?
Yeah.
So us three researched Greek mythology. So we have a perspective that people who watch fiction, people who are in an imaginary point of view wouldn't understand. You get my point?
Yes.
So right now Saint is listening. She's heard of Gaius, she's heard of Uranus, she's heard of Cronus. But how has she heard of Cronus? She's heard of Cronus in terms of fiction. So if you want to narrate the story, you need to tell Saint to abandon the fact that Cronus is a fiction. She needs to address that the fact that Cronus is not fiction. Cronus was once a god. He was a titan who was deemed a god. Then because of circumstance, he was no longer a god.
I thought you should have done that when we started the episode, because it's not like I don't know shit about everything. But then, you know, for me to go and do this research, I had to unlearn. It felt like I'm unlearning everything I know. And I'm starting anew now. You get it? For me to understand
She
completely.
didn't get the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, so.
yes.
So she didn't get the memo
Yeah,
that
so-
we should go and research. So you should
So far-
you
so
should teach
far
her
the-
like a child.
Yeah, so far, just know that there was Gaius, there was Uranus, they had kids. These kids were
The
Titans,
Titans,
Cyclopes, and those
supernatural
whatever
beings,
supernatural
Okay.
beings. Yes.
Why I'm mentioning Cronus, okay? Cronus is not an important deal, right? But
For
Cronus
sure.
is the father of the main guy himself, Zeus the Womanizer, right?
All right.
And like, first of all, Gaia helps Cronus castrate Uranus, blah blah blah, all that shit. And in the end, this guy became king and had children, right? But he was like a tyranny. Like he didn't want. He ate all his children. You get me? His children were now gods. Right? The gods now came from Cronus. And this guy was a bad father also, and he was eating his
Kids.
children, right? He even, Zeus was actually saved. Zeus was raised in another place different from him. And in later on, Zeus came back, became who he is, a god of lightning, I guess, the main guy himself, the CEO, we can say that. And he came and defeated Cronus and freed his siblings from the stomach of his father.
Cronus's stomach.
Yeah. And that's how they came to be as gods, right? And then we have like the Olympians, right? Now these are the big 12, the siblings. There is, think of it this way. I wrote down like, there's Zeus. Zeus is now like the big guy himself, the main guy, the CEO of this. Think of it as a business. He's the CEO, right? We have
The god of gods.
Yeah, the
of
god of
gods.
gods. We have the king of gods. We have Hera, his wife, the queen of gods.
Who was also,
Also
his
his
sister.
We have Poseidon. The Poseidon is now the god of the sea and earthquakes and horses, right? Hades, the god of the underworld. So like basically,
Tartarus.
yeah.
Like you hear of Tartarus and you're like, it's hell.
Yeah.
Hades is the god of hell.
We had Athena, the goddess of wisdom and
Do you
strategic
now
welfare.
understand why I didn't want him to do it that way? I understand like where you're coming. It's your summary. I
It's
get
my
it.
summary, yes.
But then like let me chip in a little bit before he
Okay.
continues, okay? So now I ended where they had kids, right? These monstrous kids. Now the thing is that these monstrous kids had some awesome powers. Like they were strong, strong enough to make Uranus scared. Like they could, at one point, like outrule the father. So what he did, the father caged all of the sons. Where? I don't know. You get it? So the father caged all of these kids, the Cyclopes, the Titans, the Giants, everyone, caged all of them. Now this didn't go well for Gaius, the mother, because these are my children, you get it? Yeah. Now for Gaius, what she did is that she wanted like to bring up to bring her children from the bondage to come out. But then the kids were also scared of the dad, you get it? But then there was only one kid, Cronus. Now we're going to talk about Cronus. Now Cronus was not the firstborn, okay? He was not anything, but then he was ambitious.
And brave enough to.
And brave enough to say, yes, I can do this. So what Gaius did is, according to the Greek mythology, there's a weapon that, there's a certain weapon that was handcrafted by Gaia herself, made of diamond, that Gaia gave to Cronus. So Cronus flew from the underworld, where they were bonded, coming up, flying to the skies where his dad reigned, because Uranus literally means sky. You get it? So now that's when Cronus came up in the sky and slayed his dad. Now, how did he slay his dad? As he said, castrated according to what they say, he cut his balls. You get it? Now, from the balls of his dad, since Uranus was very fertile, that's where now, like, from his balls came other deities.
Pause. Do you know why, like last time when we said that we should all go and research Greek mythology? Because we all talked about it, like, we should all go and research Greek mythology so that we can all have the same understanding. Yes. So first things first, the history that Drex has is not the history that I have. What do I mean when I say this? Cronus, you said Cronus that came from wherever he came from.
Yeah, like
Cronus.
According to
Cronus
what they
knew,
say, is from
somewhere.
But
from what I watched, Cronus knew that his dad was a piece of trash. So he was like, my dad is a piece of trash. And he didn't want to turn out like his dad. But he ended up turning out like his dad. When I say he ended up turning...
I didn't even reach there when I was talking.
No, I'm not going forward. I'm going where you are right now, yes.
After just doing it.
Yes. So Cronus, despite having that mindset, he still turned out like his dad. That is why he had the audacity to cut his dad's dick. Because that's the story.
Right,
that he cut his dad's genitals.
My question
to
is
be able to form whatever he wanted to form. You get my point?
Can we just stick to the word castration?
Castration and dick is potato. Castration means he cut his dad's dick.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
literally.
What they say.
Cronus attacked his dad when he least expected it, and he cut his dick off.
And this is
meaning.
This is how I imagined it.
Like with an instrument that looked like a hoe. You know that
what?
the way a hoe is, the way sharp it is.
Yeah.
That's what Cronus used to cut his dad's ball off.
Yeah.
It was made of
Not
diamonds.
just his balls. He cut his dick. He cut his balls off. He was like, I'm cutting every reproductive organ you own. That's what Cronus did. So for what Cronus, the generational trauma that Cronus went through, he shouldn't have done the things that he did, but he ended up doing.
But you're telling these people what Cronus did while we have not talked about what he did. You understand?
No, you said that Cronus cut his dick. This is what I'm addressing.
Yes, I know, but then you see the way you're putting it, like what Cronus did after. They don't know what.
No, I'm not talking about after. I'm talking about him cutting his dick.
The generational trauma and him being
the generational trauma of before cutting his dick. You get my point? Cronus had an option to be like, I'm not gonna do this to my dad, but he did whatever he did to his dad.
They had to kill him.
He did he?
Yeah.
Did he have to kill him?
Like,
are you saying that the only option that Cronus could have taken was death?
I feel like that was the only option.
That's
why?
because you're thinking like Cronus.
Ask me why.
Why?
Uranus was stronger, mightier than any of them. You get it? him existing is a threat. He already like sent them wherever he sent them. Once.
He sent him to his stomach.
I don't know where he sent them.
To his stomach. That's what I'm telling you. You didn't know. Now I'm telling you.
Exactly. So
he ate them. He swallowed all of his kids.
Okay. The only fear I have is what if he lived out of mercy of Cronus, then Cronus reigned after his dad. Let's say he imprisoned his dad. What if his dad found a way to, get out of wherever prison he was and come back then? Because do you think as a dad, as the king and dad, you would want to stay as a king that has been exiled?
That's the thing. One thing I can acknowledge is the fact that if I am a king and a dad, I would raise my princes and my princesses to be what I expect them to be.
Then you're not thinking like Uranus.
I'm thinking as the king. You asked me the question as a king. You didn't ask me the question as Uranus.
I have a question though,
So I'm addressing this question as a king.
understanding.
You get my point? So Uranus was a king who was fearing what his kids could become.
Yeah.
So in exchange, because of prophecies, he ate his kids.
And those prophecies coming from?
Same question I had, and
That's
I've
the
read.
question.
Now, another thing is, Ace, when you're talking about Cronus, you said Cronus turned exactly like his dad, the one thing he didn't want to turn to. So he came out and he cut his dad's genitals.
Balls and genitals.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Can we just take straight?
I want to know.
No,
I want to know what was happening inside the stomach or inside whatever place they were.
Like you see, as-
what happened there for you to say like he turned out exactly like his dad?
Okay.
Like
You see, that's why I didn't
What
want her
was
to say
happening?
No, I'm
that.
going to address that as well. I can say that because I can address
The
it.
point, what I was saying, and I felt like you didn't understand.
because when I was listening to the story,
you were
I
telling Faraj and the listeners that Cronus turned out like his dad. He turned out to be something that he did not want to be. So now the question is that what did Cronus turn out to be? What did Cronus do? I understand.
We
that.
don't have to reach there.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. The reason I told you don't go forward is because I do not want you to address it as far as something that about the future. You address the situation as Cronus was like what's his name?
Uranus.
Cronus ate
Uranus.
whatever happened and then something happened.
Not Cronus. I was talking about Uranus.
Okay. Uranus ate his kids. Okay, that was the story. He ate his kids.
You see,
so Cronus,
that's why you're saying you're coming from different point of views. You're saying Uranus ate his kids. I'm saying Uranus put his kids to bondage.
okay, listen.
so
listen.
I'm saying the bondage was inside himself.
Listen to the viewers.
That's what
I
I'm
know.
addressing.
Wait, listen to the
Wait. When I'm saying that it was inside himself, what I'm saying is that he, like, by that time, why did I say that Cronus did not want to turn out as his dad, but turned out as his dad? Cronus didn't want, like, that point of Uranus being so scared of what his generation can do, he decided to enslave them. That enslavement depends on what history you're reading. It depends on who you're listening to. Whatever you went to read, whatever book Arafat went to read, whatever someone else who's not here went to read, they eventually would reach to a point where Uranus bonded his kids in a place where he is he is the absolute ruler. You get my point?
Yeah.
So because he is the absolute ruler, by that time of life, Cronus was like, I do not want to turn out like my fucking dad, man. He's literally he's making himself the absolute ruler. He's making himself someone that nobody can defy. You get my point? But during that time, then we speak of Uranus taking his genitals. The reason Uranus took his...
Cronus taking Uranus.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. Everyone who's watching, excuse my miscalculation.
You're excused.
But when we're speaking of him, Cronus taking his genitals, we're speaking of the fact that
Not taking, cutting them off.
castrating is him taking them out of his body.
Cutting it.
He literally just took a hoe and snapped that shit out of his body. So when we're talking about that, we're talking about the fact that he was not thinking in terms of, I want to take his balls off his body. No. He was thinking of, I want to give him absolute pain. The fact that my father uses this tool, when I say tool, I mean his balls and his dick, is something of absolute power. You get my point? I know we don't want to word it the way we're wording it, but that's how he was thinking. He was thinking like, literally, whatever this is what is giving him the ego and audacity to do whatever he does. He knows that with this, I can birth as much kids as I want. With this, I can make an offspring that is my ideal offspring.
Can you
get my
listen to
point?
say?
I have a question. So, like, as the viewers who have never heard of anything about Greek mythology, or a little bit and never tried to understand, when Arafat started telling the story, and then Drake started telling the story, how I was viewing Cronus was a hero. From the way they're explaining.
He was a hero to his brothers.
Yeah, for me it was like, if this guy, if Uranus has the power to create children, and he uses the power to create children, and then enslaves all the children, you understand? Like, if I have the power to create, I create, and then I born them all, I enslave them. Cronus, being brave or getting the courage to go out and castrate his father, to me, I was hearing it as like he's a hero. And then you gave me a different perspective, telling me that he turned out to be like his father. But even in that perspective, still, I'm trying to pinpoint from everybody, because at this point is the slaves, Gaia, and Uranus.
Yes.
Three things. The slaves, which are the kids, Gaia, and Uranus. Now
Who are the
Gaia,
parents?
Gaia and the kids both want the same thing. They both want to be free. So Cronus getting the courage to go and cut his father's like he is the hero to everybody except his father. So
Exactly.
I need to understand the point of him turning out to be, maybe he was just cutting his balls, not out of hate, out of love for his sisters and brothers and mother, you know, like giving them the free will to like go around and about their lives.
Yes.
You know?
Exactly what you're interpreting is how, you know, when he was doing whatever he was doing, that's what he was doing it for. But you see the way life is, okay? Arafat would be my kid, okay? And for me, I'm raising Arafat to be the ideal kid that I want Arafat to be. But that does not mean Arafat would turn out what I expect him to be, okay? And it does not mean that I am doing the right thing to raise Arafat the way I'm raising him to be.
Can we continue? Because you know this story is long.
It's very long.
And we're already...
It's okay.
half
Like,
an hour.
Greek mythology is not something we can cover in 2 hours. That's a guaranteed fact.
We're
that's
trying to
what
like
I'm saying.
summarize it.
Like, in summary, it's like, you cannot... just because you have good intentions doesn't mean your intentions can be good.
Yeah.
You get my point? So, yes, he had good intentions when he started his
We
mission.
have a good perspective of his
But
intentions.
ongoing, he lost track of what he wanted to.
Oh, okay.
You get my point?
Yeah.
Yes. Proceed.
But what's one of the main reasons that, okay, this is where I said Cronus castrated Uranus, right? And then later on feed the other kid, right?
Yes, from his
He
belly.
went down to free all his brothers.
Yes.
Like the Titan, the 12 Titans.
All the 12
the
Titans, he freed them.
Cyclopes, and the 100 armed giants. Okay, so now they are free. You get it now.
From the belly.
Yes, from the...
Now they can roam the earth that Gaia made.
Exactly. Now, when Cronus did what he did, he got married to Rhea. Where did Rhea come from? Don't ask me. I don't know.
The kids.
Yes. Let's say the kids. So Cronus got married to Rhea. You get it. Now, when Cronus got married to Rhea, have you already spoke about this?
No.
No, not yet. Okay, so when Cronus got married to Rhea, Cronus got a prophecy that one of his children, just like what he did to his father,
Will outrule him.
will outrule Cronus. You
Exactly.
understand?
Yeah.
So when the time came for Rhea to give birth to the child, what Cronus was doing is that every time Rhea gives birth to a kid, Cronus would take that kid and eat them. Now this one I'm sure. About Uranus eating these kids, I don't know. I just said bondage.
Yeah.
So now what Cronus was doing, he was eating them. So Rhea didn't like what was going on. Again, it's like the same story is being repeated. Remember what happened to Gaia?
That's why you're saying like it turned out
exactly like his father. So now what Rhea did is that when she saw what happened to the kids that she gave birth to, right? So when she gave birth to this particular child, now this particular child is Zeus, okay? What she
The
did
kid
is
that
that
spoken in prophecy, but Cronus didn't know.
which
He was
kid.
just taking matters into
Whatever
his
kid
own
Rhea
hands.
was giving birth to, he
I'm
was
not
eating.
taking
He was like,
Yeah.
I'm eating this bitch.
You see, So now when Rhea gave birth to Zeus, what she did is that she sent Zeus to Earth. Now, just to make your mind clear, in the beginning, we go back to Chaos, all right? Chaos gave birth to Gaia, Earth.
And
Uranus, the sky. Nyx, night. Tartarus, and
Hell.
I don't know. Tartarus
Tartarus
and
is
something
hell,
else.
and
So
something else is
I'm just
day.
trying
I
to
don't
give
even
you
remember.
an
Short
idea
summary.
that it was life was kind of already formed because there was night, there was day, there
Night,
was
day,
earth.
hell,
Yeah.
and earth.
Hell,
Yeah.
the underworld was there,
The
you
underworld,
understand?
yeah.
So now we're speaking in terms of all these things are in existence already. Okay? So when Rhea gave birth to Zeus, what Rhea did, since they were somewhere there,
Where?
somewhere
Somewhere there.
above.
Like
Above.
in the
Because-
Yes, somewhere.
Yes, somewhere in the
Mount
chaos.
Olympus.
Above, yes, let's say Mount
Yes.
Olympus.
Yeah, you can say one.
So what Rhea did is sent Zeus to Earth, to a place called Crete. Okay? So Zeus now, after Zeus being sent to Earth, what Rhea did is she took a stone and wrapped it in clothes like a baby, for Cronus to think that that
So
stone...
babies that you can eat.
Yes.
Zeus.
So Rhea was crying, but then she was crying tears of joy, not tears of losing the child.
Yeah.
So for Cronus, it was convincing enough that this is the kid that I'm eating.
It's sounding
So-
like Moses.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now Cronus ate that stone. You get it? So for him, he didn't know that a child has been born that has been sent somewhere else. You get it? So now you can pick up from there. So now Zeus grew up on Earth. Now what they're saying, because it was Zeus was a babe, right? He was sulking on us. Was it a cow? On cow's milk.
yeah, cow,
But then that cow, now mind you, we have used the cow. In Greek mythology, cow appears every now and then. I think it's a type of animal that
It was a sacred being.
it
by
was a
that
sacred
time.
being for them. You understand?
Yeah.
So that cow had supernatural powers. So whatever milk that Zeus was drinking from, it had supernatural
Abilities.
abilities. So he grew up to be very strong. You understand? And the prophecy happened.
Okay, now wait.
Okay.
Before we go on, this I'm gonna go out of the Greek mythology a little bit. Like,
Okay.
so we had Earth, and on Earth existed a cow only.
No. There
That's,
was
you
life.
shouldn't
life
think about
already.
You see, when
know
they
when you
say-
think of Earth as a being. Don't think of Earth as a thing.
Yeah.
You get my point? So Gaia was a being. Gaia was, you know, the way, don't think about Christianity, don't think about Islam. When you think about these two religions, Earth was a thing. But in terms of Greek mythology, Earth was Gaia. It was a being that had individual thoughts. You get my point?
And those thoughts created the cow.
No. The cow was another being
Life existed on
inside Gaia.
Can you look at the camera when you're speaking?
Bro, how can I? I'm trying.
So, as listen, I'm not trying not to
No, it's cool,
understand.
it's cool.
Yeah, we
I'm
get
not-
it.
In my perspective, I understand the guy's energy. That's
Not
Yeah.
energy, it's a being. If
I-
you make it energy, you make it in a form that for people to acknowledge, it's kind of difficult.
now I
But the
acknowledge
reason we
energy as
said
a
the
being.
reason we said Gaia is a being, it is a being that can give birth to another being.
So Gaia gave birth to children with supernatural abilities and to another entity that is Earth with its own thinking capabilities. that-
Gaia is Earth.
You get
But
that?
think of Earth as
You
a
get
being. Don't think of Earth as a thing.
So Zeus was sent to Gaia,
Zeus was one of the kids born of
but was
Gaia's
sent,
siblings.
was sent to Gaia. Or
Gaia was Zeus's aunt. Make it that way.
Yeah, we can say
yes, but like was sent to like, hey
Right.
aunt,
I'm here. Not hey aunt, whatever. Hey aunt, I'm here.
like you understand? Like you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, auntie, I'm
So
here.
Zeus was taken to because Gaia is Earth
Yes.
and Gaia made Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So Zeus
Gaia
was
didn't.
taken
Now there,
to
Gaia didn't make Earth.
Gaia.
Do you remember when I told you there was chaos?
Yeah.
And out of the chaos was
Came
birth.
Gaia,
Earth was
Gaia-
born.
Did you hear my choice of
and
words there?
night,
Yes.
Yeah, and
So Earth existed as Gaia. Now it was a being and a thing.
Formed from chaos.
We didn't expect you to understand this.
Me too.
So
It's not like
listen,
I
okay,
Yes, we
I
didn't
know
expect
you
you to
know, you know.
understand this.
Wait, you know what she's referring it to? When you think of the Big Bang Theory, chaos was space. Okay,
Yeah.
think of chaos as space. From space, what was formed? Gaia was one of the things formed. Gaia, Uranus. Gaia was formed as Earth. This was a being as formed as Earth. Uranus was a being that was formed as the sky. You get our point?
I get your points. Like I listen. I can just make this story go on, but like the thing is, like we said, Gaia was made as Earth. So I'm trying to explain, like when rain is rain, took Zeus means she said, Gaia, help me keep Zeus, because
Yeah.
Gaia
Yeah,
was
you can put it like that. Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah, you can put it like that. For it to
Understand?
make sense.
Like I just want to troll, because
No,
like
no. Can you
personally,
rephrase? Can you
for
rephrase what
me-
you're telling her to put it as?
Can you say that again?
I said
It's like Rhea.
after she
It's
gave
like
birth
Rhea
to
made
Zeus,
a treaty with Gaia. Like,
yeah, like
can you
Gaia,
keep my son
I need help. Like
hidden
my son should
from
be
Cronus for the meantime?
because
For
Gaia
him to
is
grow
Earth, right?
in your realm. Then
So-
when he's come of age, whatever what happens will happen. You get it?
That's why
That's why I said you can keep it like that.
That's why I said whatever we went to research, we didn't get it the same way, because that's not what I got.
I didn't say I get it like that. I said she can keep it like that.
If she keeps it like that, it means for me, from what I researched, she's going way out of off topic.
Okay.
That's why I said whatever we went to research, we're not getting it the same way.
Let's-
Because if she puts it like that, I didn't get it like that.
Honestly, I understand what Faraja is trying to say. I understand what you are trying to explain.
What am I trying to
Saint.
explain?
I was not listening, honestly. I wasn't.
How would you
Listen. Do you know why I wasn't listening? Because I feel like we're stuck at a certain point of which we can just move on, because I wouldn't
Me too.
put my
Just
energy
want
trying
to
to
troll.
explain
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
something that I myself did not fully
Fully understand.
Okay.
But like the thing
With that
is,
being said, you can proceed.
yeah, the thing
Because
is,
clearly you're not trying to get my point of view. Because I said, whatever I already explained to you, whatever you are trying to tell Saint to take it as it is not what I took. It means you're telling Saint to take what I didn't take. You get my point? You're telling Saint that, for example, Saint is telling you blue is purple after explaining, and you said, yes, that is what it means. And I am telling you, for me, blue is black. But you're telling Saint to
Before
tell
that,
blue is
okay,
purple.
let's go back a little.
So that's why I said, whatever you went to research is not what I researched.
I thought we made that very clear from the beginning of the episode, that what I understood from Greek mythology, the person that I went to listen to was obviously different from the person
If you say that, why are you forcing Saint to take yours as your word?
I am not forcing her. I told
Okay.
her.
Your word very right, guys.
Yeah, okay,
Now, my point is, he should word it very
I
correctly.
made it. Listen. What I told Saint is,
Okay, correct it.
after us talking and explaining to her, she wanted to make peace with it in a certain way that she understood
Understood, yeah.
or
Okay.
got from us. And
Okay.
that's when I gave her a go ahead and told her, you know what? You can take that as how you have taken it.
Exactly.
It's not what I said that she has taken, nor has she taken nor has she ignored what you have been trying to tell her.
Okay.
No, it was of her own understanding.
Okay, because do you know the reason I'm saying okay? It's not because I agree with you. It's because for me to make people understand where I'm coming from, it's for us to revisit this conversation. So I'm going to let people revisit this conversation when they're watching the podcast. Because what you're saying right now is not what happened when Saint was asking what he asked, when she asked.
about the cloud.
Whatever she asked, when you replied, is not what you're saying right now. Which means whatever you're replying is out of context. So when I'm saying that I'm agreeing right now because let's agree to disagree so that this conversation can end. But if we're agreeing for the fact of facts, whatever you told Saint before this conversation is not what you're saying right now.
What did I tell Saint?
You'll see when the
But
video
then-
is out.
But then,
That's the thing. For us to
Okay.
address it right now,
Let's finish it
we'll
there.
have to
Let's leave it
revisit
there.
other conversations. So let's
Okay,
just
we'll
let it
leave it
go.
there, we'll leave it
Yeah, let's let it go.
Okay. So let's continue from where he left off.
Okay.
yeah, so I was drinking from the cow's milk that
Yeah.
made him like, this cow was different, right? It had like
Yeah,
different-
magic powers, whatever.
And then later on, Zeus came and defeated
The father,
the father,
Cronus.
just like it was mentioned in the prophecy.
Now, mind you, Cronus was eating the
Yes.
children. Remember that fact,
Yeah.
right?
Key point.
Yeah. So when Zeus was of age and came now to defeat his father, Zeus made his father vomit
The kids.
the kids who were now fully grown. Now remember, Zeus was eating them, right? Now it means these kids,
They were growing inside.
they were
Zeus'
growing
stomach.
inside the stomach of Cronus.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, you can continue from there.
They were growing inside the stomach, that which is already
No,
false.
no, that makes a lot of sense because like
Makes sense. The fact that she thinks it makes sense.
I'm
in a whole other category.
Explain.
Since the beginning of you guys telling these stories,
Yeah.
I've been thinking of everything, just like the Big Bang and like universes and like
Yeah.
different places, exactly that. So growing inside is okay.
It's
'cause,
okay,
like,
yeah, sure.
because, like,
No, I get where you're
this
coming
is
from.
like
She's
a big
also a
entity,
weirdo.
like just a big entity,
Yeah.
and things can live in it. Like Gaia, like for me, until now, I'm still understanding Gaia. Just like Uranus, when he said took the kid's bondage into his stomach or wherever the place is. Gaia, I said Gaia is. Uranus is the sky.
Yes.
Things can grow in the sky. Exactly how they can grow inside the stomach of Uranus.
Yeah, we get it. We get your point, but we still
Right.
think you're a weirdo.
Like, so yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
why for me it's weird because inside the stomach there's acid.
Honestly.
Don't think about it as a human being.
As a human being, yeah, you have a, yeah.
We can't help ourselves to think about it as human
That's
beings.
why I had to ask about the cow, because I was like, where is this cow coming from? Like, until now, I'm not thinking of anything as is
Yeah.
happening on Earth.
Okay. So we have
Proceed, can I ask a question?
Okay.
Do you think these ancient stories are still relevant today?
I feel like if people born in a situation where they think of Greek mythology as their own history, yes,
Yes.
it is relevant. Because you can, as a Muslim, I do not agree with it. As a Christian, someone else wouldn't agree with it. But as someone who is born in a situation where Greek mythology is their history, their ancestors have been practicing this, yes, it is very relevant. They need to understand this.
She's revisiting what we said in the beginning. Like you see
No.
Greek mythology.
Forget about everything.
Yes, apart from that, Greek mythology, Greek mythology, Norse
mythology, yes.
Christianity,
All
Islam.
types of religions.
If you think about them with logic and sense, in the beginning, all of them don't make sense because,
It's true.
bro, from mud, then I breathe air into you. Now you're breathing. Now you're there.
Honestly, how does this work?
They are not just entertainment. They teach a lesson.
Yes, it
Yes,
does.
and if you go further to research about this, Greek mythology became myths due to some agendas that were pushed.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It shouldn't have been a myth, it should have been a religion.
Religion.
But because right now it is considered a myth, it's because there is a certain agenda that deemed Greek mythology as a myth. Beliefs that people believed for centuries. Someone just came and said, whatever you believed for 100 years
Is a lie.
is a lie. Then it became a mythology. Before that, it was a fact. Okay.
Okay. So we'll continue with that. Zeus came and killed.
Overpowered his father. and-
Yes.
So now Cronus is gone, like
Finito.
Yes,
Sir.
out of the story.
Yes, sir.
But Uranus is still there, right?
No.
Uranus,
Bro.
just the dick and the balls was taken. You didn't talk about him dying or anything.
Honestly,
True.
that's the thing about Greek
True.
mythology. They do not state the fact that Uranus died,
Died or not.
but they state the fact that after that
But then you should
incident,
understand also.
But
They disappeared.
listen, okay,
After that
listen,
incident, they disappeared.
Listen to me. What I'm understanding now, because as much as I want to assume they disappeared, I wake up in the morning and I see the sky. So where did it go?
But
It's just don't want in there, no?
yeah, facts, bro.
okay, we can
facts.
put it like this: the sky back then had some things that it could do, but then after its death,
Yeah.
it's just there.
It ended
Now
up as a
it
sky
can
with
rain,
no
it can rain, but it cannot
supernatural
thunder.
power.
Listen, it can rain, but it cannot thunder.
Yes.
Yes.
Thought.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You wanted to say something?
No, it's a stupid question.
You can just ask it, honestly. You can just ask it.
No, we welcome questions.
If you got the balls, like, can you survive?
Yes, you
Yes,
can.
you can.
That's why, like, eunuchs, you watch
Yeah.
Korean series. Eunuchs exist after they are castrated. Castration is when they remove your penis and your balls.
So that you cannot get the
Yes,
princess pregnant.
they still exist, but they are castrated. So castration does not mean you do not exist. They can medically castrate you in a way that you can still exist.
They do that to even animals. They do that to dogs. They do
Yes,
that to,
sir.
Like, even plants. They do that to like some fruits like papayas. Some
I don't
plants.
know if you
They
didn't clock it.
do that to a lot of things.
I don't like it.
Why? I'm clocking because facts.
Okay, so now remember now, when Cronus killed Uranus, freed his brothers. So when he was ruling, of course, he was having his brothers together with him, like the Cyclopes, the 100-armed giants, and the Titans, the 12 Titans. Now, killing Cronus means you're waging war against his brothers and sisters.
Yes.
You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now what Zeus first did is, first of all, release his siblings. Now the siblings are mentioned to be, as he stated, Poseidon.
Athens.
Yes.
Athena.
No, Athena came later.
Yeah, Poseidon.
It was Poseidon, Hades.
There were
you
like
know.
8, if I'm
Yeah,
not
something
mistaken.
of the sort, and there's weird names.
Yeah.
So now those ones became the deities that were ruling because now they killed the king. But then they did not have the whole power because now these other siblings also, you have killed our brother, you get it? So
Yeah.
now we're waging war against you. So they had now to fight a certain type of war. It was called the Titanic type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Titanic War.
So they have
Titan-
that war.
Yes.
Titanop-
So they grouped it. Now it was a war against the gods. Now Zeus and his siblings are gods. Okay. Then against the Titans and the whatever. Okay.
Okay.
So there was a war going on.
Titanomachy, that's the war.
Yes.
Titanomachy.
So now there was a war that lasted 10 years. How did Zeus win this war? When I say Zeus, I also mean Zeus
And the
his
brothers
siblings.
And his
yeah.
siblings, yes.
siblings. How did they win this war? Can you explain this part, because I heard you saying something
Okay,
about
so
it.
mind you, when this war was going on for 10 fucking years, this war was raging, okay? 2 of the Titans were formed as a peace treaty, okay? You understand how a peace treaty works, okay?
Yeah.
Once you say that Arafat will come here to our land, Arafat is treated as a peace treaty. So 2 Titans were brought to Zeus as a peace treaty, meaning that because these 2 Titans are coming to you, we're no longer going to wage war with each other. The war is over. The moment these 2 Titans came, Zeus still waged fucking war.
Okay.
So this is something that I addressed before this podcast started. I told Drex, like, 2 of the Titans came here as a peace treaty. But in the future, we came to realize that these 2 Titans became Zeus's wives. So I told Drex, what if the 2 Titans were actually sexually attracted to Zeus? They just wanted to be married to Zeus, so they gave themselves as tribute.
That
How
means,
do we know that
what
they
she's
did it
trying
because
to
of
say
war?
Is that it
They
means
betrayed
there
and
was
then
a
they
whole
said,
race.
you know what?
That
Mind
is
you, the
why
whole race.
there is
The whole race.
there is there is people who portray, because when I was reading Greek mythology, listen, when I was reading this Greek mythology, there's a book that I read that addressed these 2 people as traitors. This is the reason I'm addressing this.
They just think they chose
And
the winning team.
then no, and there's 2 people
Women.
that exactly. There's 2 people. There's other books that address these 2 beings as treaties. So there's people who believe that the 2 Titans gave themselves as tribute for the sake of peace. But there's this other book that I read that said that these 2 Titans gave themselves as tributes, not because they were giving themselves as tributes, but because they were sacrificing themselves as traitors. That is why, after they gave themselves off as traitors, and Zeus still waged war, These two titans did not sit back and say, we did not expect this to happen. No, they fought the fucking war on behalf of Zeus. Nobody forced them. They made the choice that we are no longer with the titans, we're with Zeus. So they fought the war as Zeus's people. That's why they are deemed traitors according to other historical
You know what I
factors.
think? You
And
know
they
what
were
I'm
women,
thinking?
right?
What I'm
And they
thinking-
were women.
Listen,
So
listen,
as
what I'm
much as I
thinking.
want to support women,
Before,
but it's
before you say what you
giving-
think, there's something I want to give. There's a plot twist. There's a plot twist I want to give.
There's a plot twist
There's a plot twist.
Before the boats, this is just
Okay.
a troll. Like before
Okay.
the we're
Okay.
playing, we heard about this. I just feel like so when they were picking people for like going to the retreat, like okay, these guys just said, you know what,
they sacrifice
let's
themselves
just
as treaty.
no, they
As
didn't sacrifice. They
tribute.
just said, hey, let's go to this wedding. First, dude is handsome and stuff.
Yeah.
Then we win, obviously. So let's just
Zeus
pick
is hot.
ourselves.
Zeus is
Yeah,
hot,
let's just
and
pick
he looks like
ourselves
he's powerful.
So they picked themselves and they said,
Yes, yes.
they just say, you know.
Listen, that whatever you're saying is my point of view. My point of view is whatever Faraj is saying. It's
Like,
like
saying, hey, daddy.
it was like, hey, daddy,
Let's go.
you're people like you're gonna win. So, daddy,
Let's go and
pick me in your team. And honestly, as much as people don't want to believe it, but even when I was reading the story, I was like, it was giving. The Titans was like, Daddy Zeus is gonna win. So, it's giving. Let's go to the winning team.
Yeah,
You get my point?
no.
So I know I wasn't there, but whatever I'm reading, it doesn't make sense unless it's the Titans betraying their lineage. You get my point? So whenever I was reading it, I was like, Titans. It was giving betrayal from the get-go.
You wanted to say something before I said the plot
Oh,
twist.
me, I have a question.
Okay.
After hearing all this, Zeus, that Zeus is this. I have a question. Do we think all of you four of you, Zeus was a good god?
I don't think
To
so.
that point of the story.
I don't think so.
I cannot
You know, the thing is,
If I
Zeus-
give you my point of view,
Okay.
if I give you my point of view is good or bad didn't exist until as I'm talking.
Yeah.
You understand?
I get that.
But then, based as of we are coming as humans, the gods were not good.
Yes.
Do you understand? And I'll explain it to you as we are going on with the story. You will come to understand why the gods are not good.
Okay, I have a different perspective from Drex. For me, I feel like Zeus used to think he was good, okay? But then, you know the way life is, okay? You would think you're doing something because I do not want to turn out the way Drex is, so I'm going to act in a different way. That does not make you good. But for me, Zeus used to think that whatever choices that he made it for the greater good. But once he was in that position, the definition of good and evil disappeared from his mindset. For there, he was just thinking of how whatever decision that he makes benefits him. So I don't think good and evil is the right way to define the choices that the gods made.
All right, so now I'm going to give you the plot twist. Hang on. Remember when I told you that Cronus, when Cronus defeated Uranus, freed his brothers?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you something. I left out something there. Cronus only freed some of his brothers. He did not free the Cyclopes and the 100 armed giants. He left them. So he only ruled with the Titans. You get that?
Okay.
Now when Zeus came and defeated Cronus, then there was a war between Zeus and the brothers of Cronus, right? What Zeus did, he went down to the underworld. Remember, there are people that are still there, right?
The underworld is Teteros, where Hades rules.
Exactly. So he went to the underworld and freed the Cyclopes. Now they say that the Cyclopes had this, they had a talent, I can say, of weaving things, creating things, crafting things. So what the Cyclopes did after, as a gift to the gods, because they were now freed, is they made them whatever. were weapons.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can say they were weapons. So you see now, if you see Zeus, you can see him holding thunder, lightning
all those were
bolts.
made by the
Yeah, if you see
Cyclopes.
Poseidon, you can see he has a trident,
Trident
like
for the
Aquaman
water,
or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, if you see Hades, you can see that he had invisibility because he was
had a
wearing
cloak
a
of
helmet.
invisibility.
Okay.
Yeah, now all those were gifts from the Cyclops to the gods because they were freed. And that's how the war ended. After fighting for some time, I don't know now which year, because it was a 10-year war. Then Zeus had that in mind. Oh, let me go free the Cyclops. Maybe they can aid us in our war. That's how, according to what I read,
Okay.
they now were able to overpower the Titans. You can see how strong the Titans
Titans
were.
were,
After Zeus defeated the Titans, now Zeus sent the Titans to Tartarus, as she said. Remember now, I'm taking you back again. In the beginning, during the chaos, there was Gaia, there was Nyx, night. Then there was Tartarus and other
Day.
things.
We don't remember what day is called for some reason.
There's a whatever. So Tartarus was already considered to be there. It was somewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, as punishment, Zeus sent the Titans to Tartarus.
Yeah.
All right. So now we have Zeus ruling as the supreme god. You see, like he was the
King of gods.
king of gods. Then, when Zeus was ruling as the supreme god, his brothers now were also given some portions of places to rule. Hades ruled
The
the
underworld.
underworld. Poseidon
The
ruled
sea.
all the oceans,
Oh,
the
yeah.
sea. Then, what else? Who am I forgetting? The rest, I don't know what they were ruling. But as you can see here,
Yeah, they
he,
just
like,
distributed like the
and
power.
that's how now Olympus came to existence.
exist.
You see, that's how Olympus came to existence. Then Zeus took a wife. And that wife,
That is where I draw the line with Zeus, personally.
You know,
Okay.
me, I'm actually even confused. Like, sorry, the wife is Hera.
Hera was one. And funny thing
yeah.
is, Hera was not even the first wife. Hera was like
that-
the sixth wife. You get my point?
She wasn't the first
like
wife.
Zeus married a bunch of women,
And had
then married his sister Hera.
Yep.
And then after marrying Hera, he realized that this is my fucking queen. So Zeus declared Hera the queen of gods. So the other wives, despite being married to Zeus before Hera, were not queen of gods. But when Hera got married, Zeus was like, this is the woman that will rule with me. But the thing with Zeus is, he's a womanizer. He was like, as much as I love you, Hera, I'm still gonna fuck around.
Yeah, true.
And then Hera is the type of woman that, you know, the type of women that we see these days. Their husband would cheat and they would still blame the woman.
Yeah,
That was Hera.
yeah.
That was
Okay.
Hera. Hera was the type of woman that Zeus was fucking around, but Hera was giving bullshit to the women that Zeus was fucking,
And
which
why-
was not fair.
Why are we talking about Hera? She was the most talked about. As they
Yes.
said, she was the queen of the goddesses.
Queen of
But
the
then
goddesses.
That doesn't mean Zeus did not have other wives.
Yes.
Now, it happens that Zeus's first wife was Metis. Don't ask me where Metis came from in the story.
Yeah,
Don't ask me.
One of the brothers
Right?
and sisters.
Yes.
No. This one was not
And-
related bloodly.
And now, mind
Does
you,
anyone there is not related? But let's be for real, guys.
Listen, apart from Hera, according to Zeus's wives, apart from Hera, the rest were not blood related to Zeus.
They are all led to chaos.
mind you,
Yeah.
do you remember
In
the
real sense,
Do you
yes.
remember the prophecies?
Yeah.
There was a deity that was always prophesying, telling like the kings what will happen to them. You get it? Now, when Zeus had the first wife, Metis, there was a deity that came to prophesy also to Zeus that Zeus's, from the first wife, who is Metis, there will be a child that will be stronger than him.
And he will overrule
He will
Zeus.
Why?
not overrule him. He just, the fact, as you said, Zeus was this type of god that he was the god of gods. You see, like Yao can exist, but you know I'm the supreme one. You get it?
I'm the king.
So him hearing that there will be a kid that will be stronger than him, already that was a threat to him.
Okay, now
The prophecy,
I get it, yeah.
the prophecy that I read is that they did not tell him exactly that this child will overrule you. No. The fact that this child will be stronger than me, what the fuck?
Intimidated him.
you
get
shouldn't
it.
exist.
You get it. So now it happens to be that Metis was a god of trickery. She could change her form into anything. You see?
She was a woman, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
No. There's other women in
Listen,
this.
listen,
No.
listen.
Do you know why we're telling you no? Because there's
Because-
other women here that couldn't do what Metis
What
could
What I'm
do.
saying
do.
is God of trickery, like she's a woman, like she
It's
tricks
like,
people.
no. There's other
Can
women
you-
who
can
didn't
you-
have
can you
trickery
let
as a
me know,
trait.
like,
Let her
hey,
No,
Do
we
you
can't
know-
let
do
you.
you know why-
When it comes to this, we can't let you
Do you know why
troll.
we don't want you to say that?
Because there's other women
Coming.
who couldn't
It's
troll.
that something is coming. Something is coming of which when we'll tell you, you will understand why we don't want you to
Okay.
troll us the way you're trolling right now. Yes, Vanessa.
Believe me.
We say who? The wife of
Metis, the first one.
Hera.
Okay, Hera,
Yeah.
the queen of
Sister.
gods.
Yeah, according to, like, I know the books are not talking about Hera that much, but we think Hera is a villain.
Of course. Hera was a
Yeah.
piece of shit. As
Think-
much
think-
as I'm
think-
all for
think
women,
about it like this.
Hera was
You
not
marry
it,
and you're
honestly.
And you marry, remember, mind you, Hera married Zeus knowing his behaviors. She was fully aware of what Zeus was. You get it?
Zeus had
But then-
other women
yes,
before Hera.
Before Hera. You see. But
He
then,
had titans.
but then
He had titans as wives.
you see, but then despite Zeus's behavior, Hera agreed to marry Zeus.
But
okay?
what is this his behavior? Like just
Zeus is
Womanizing.
womanizer.
and why
He
is
cannot
that bad?
control himself.
Explain
No,
to
the
me why
thing,
that
do you
is
know
bad.
why is it bad?
You can answer
Because
that question.
no, I can explain. Do you know why is it bad? Because Hera is the type of woman that cannot handle another man having another woman.
Exactly, she was jealous.
So if you know you're this type of woman, why would you go for a man who is that type of man?
The only problem,
Then
listen,
deal with it.
yeah.
He's your brother. Don't forget that fact that he's your brother before he was your husband.
the only problem I have with Hera
He
is
was
one
your
thing.
sibling before he was your husband. And you knew it, that my brother is a fucking whore. But no, you decided that I want to fall in love with this whore. And then this whore proceeds with his whorish behavior, and still that did not stop you. When the moment that you know that your brother is a whore, it means that you should accept. You know, when you learn, my husband is a thief. If they steal, you shouldn't panic. You should be like, I knew this. I knew that my husband was a thief.
I knew this was
So
coming.
here I knew that my husband is a womanizer. But this woman used to give shit to the women that her
That's the
husband
only
was
problem
going
I have
for.
with Hera.
Why do
You
you do
understand?
that?
Like-
If she was giving shit to Zeus, I would understand. But why was she giving shit to the women that Zeus was going for? No, it wasn't their fault. So for me,
Okay.
Hera was a piece of trash.
Okay, Hera sounds like an evil person. But
Yes.
this just sounds like a person who likes women, and that's not a crime. No.
So
For me,
according-
No,
is-
first of all, understand one thing. Zeus is married.
It doesn't
But he's
matter.
running around.
Does it?
Listen, no. Clearly, Saint is also Zeus's
Listen,
sibling.
wait, wait. I think we're thinking of this in a way. We are thinking of entities like the sky, the earth. Like, why do we care about that? Please. These are not human beings, no?
We don't care.
Yeah, they're deities.
We don't care
Right,
if they're
like,
deities.
why should we care?
We don't care if they're deities.
For
They
me
are
personally,
whores.
I'm just thinking like he just loves women, and at that
Yeah.
point there was no place or a rule written like stick to one partner. Or if you marry,
For the record,
stick.
for the
Was
record,
there,
everyone
was
who
there.
is watching,
was there.
Saints and Drakes are the ones who are supporting Zeus's womanism.
Um,
And for another thing to put on record, Zeus was portrayed as a being that was not satisfied with how his father was dealing with things. Part of those things was being a womanizer. So Zeus knew that my dad was a womanizer, didn't agree with the fact that the dad was a womanizer, but turned out exactly as the dad. So I don't think, guys, are you clocking what I'm clocking?
They're not clocking. Why am I?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
It's all out of context in what you're saying.
Guys, will you remind me where I ended?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to make this as chronological as I can.
Yeah, we will.
Will you remind me where
I
ended?
will.
Alright.
I forgot.
I believe I remember.
Metis.
Hopefully it is.
Okay, yeah, you
Last
can. Right?
episode, I think episode 5, we had Patrick and no, I think it's Ace asked.
Can it be Drex, please?
Oh, so
Whatever you call me.
Ace asked us, is it cheating if you have a crush on someone? Like you're in a relationship.
No, it was actually Drakes who asked. I just answered.
Oh,
if you have a crush on someone, you're in a relationship, but you just have a crush on someone, is that considered cheating?
Okay,
So
this is
are you
for Arafat
asking
and
me?
Saint.
Oh.
No, it's for Arafat and Saint because me and Drex were on the podcast. So it's
No.
for you and Arafat. It's not?
For me, it's
Okay,
not.
for you, Arafat.
Why am I looking at another?
Period, daddy. No, that was just a reaction. It doesn't simplify anything. Okay, so for you,
I
it's
should be
cheating.
looking. He's cheating, yes.
Okay.
Can you explain why is it not cheating?
Because you are in a relationship, as much as you're supposed to be committed, it doesn't cage you in a way that you're not supposed to explore. You can't explore as much as you can say, like, I have a crush on somebody else. Make it clear. Just make it clear to your partner. Say,
Hey, make it
exactly,
clear to your
because it's not
partner.
be cheating if you entertain.
You can explore.
You can't explore. Right? It's not like
If you're in an
Open relationship. Guys,
I'm the one that
whoever is watching, look at Drex's point. Look at Drex's face expression.
So am I the one?
He's like, Farage is spitting facts. Farage is spitting facts.
Guys, am I the one?
My nigga.
Not.
okay.
You know, there's a meme that once came around and they said that don't let your boyfriend
Stop you from
stop
getting
you
your
from getting
husband.
That's exactly what it means.
Period.
Because if I'm in a relationship with you, it doesn't mean like I'm not supposed to explore. But if I'm gonna explore, at least make it clear to your partner, because you might explore
Why?
and find something better. You don't
What?
even know, like.
Then we're in a relationship.
Can I say something?
Say
For me,
I would-
is
I
you
would
can
like-
do that shit. Listen,
finish.
for me is you can do that shit as long as you make it clear to your partner. Like you get clear, communicate, so that they also understand. Like if you're keeping it
How
a
would you
secret,
feel? Like,
obviously, man, I'm not
Can I
saying you
say-
don't feel nice. Listen,
Okay, no. Can we let Drex respond to whatever Saint says?
hey,
So I'm gonna speak for Drex.
Okay.
As they have all tried to speak for me, and I
Yes.
don't agree with what they're saying.
Okay.
I'm gonna speak for Drex. I'm the one that brought up that topic, and for Saint spoke for Saint. I don't agree with whatever what Saint said.
exactly.
What I'm just going to say is that having a crush on someone while you're in a relationship, I don't find that wrong. But then you telling your partner, your girlfriend, it's a relationship, right? You telling her that that now you also are out of order. Personally,
Thank you.
Me personally, I think you're out of order. But then you having a crush on someone, it's not wrong. And them saying that you cannot have a crush on someone else, first of all, maybe they don't function like me. Second of all, because they don't function like me, I cannot resonate with them because in my head I'm like, aren't you guys human? Can't you guys see something?
Excuse me?
That's why I said
Excuse me?
That's why I said I don't resonate
So
with
can
them.
You said human. You did not say me and Arafat.
From
You
my
said
own-
human.
from my own
What
point
is
of
being
view.
human?
Being able
If
to
I may ask.
being able to see something and appreciate it.
Guys, there's
It's
something.
very-
Appreciating something and having a crush are two
It's very
different things.
different.
That
Wait,
is.
understand.
No. Pause. Appreciating something and having
Having
a
a
crush on
crush
something
is
are two different things. So what are you telling me and Arafat?
Nothing.
Okay.
No, you already answered your
Do
question.
you want me to tell you something?
Yes.
Because I'm saying
We
I'm
want
saying
you to
nothing.
tell us because we want to understand
Yeah,
your point
have
of
something
view.
to
Because
say.
We want-
personally, I wouldn't resonate with you. That I have
So
already
we're
made that
asking you a
clear.
question. We told you appreciating something and having a crush on something are two different things. What do you say about that?
Nothing.
May I have the thing to say? Not talking for Drex, talking for my own thought.
Yes.
When I said,
For yourself.
when I
Yes,
said,
speak for yourself.
communicate with the partner is having a crush. You can have a crush if you don't want to communicate with the partner. If it's just a crush and you're just like, I'm not gonna pursue this crush.
Sorry. Before you finish, let me finish what I was.
After he said nothing.
Yeah, after
No,
I said
after
nothing.
he said nothing, guys.
Nothing.
Viewers.
Nothing to what Ace. Nothing to what Ace wanted me to say.
Okay.
I want to finish saying that. What did I even want? What, you also now.
Okay, so it's nothing too. So
No,
as
it's
I
not
said,
nothing.
It's
What-
gonna come all
What I
the
wanted to say is, it is. I feel like it will be wrong for you to explain it, like acting on that crush. That would be cheating.
Okay,
For
exactly.
me.
Exactly what I wanted to say.
For
like,
me.
Exactly what I wanted to say is
Acting
like
on that crush.
having a
that would be
crush
cheating.
is okay, but you wanting to pursue the crush it has to
Exactly.
mean like you have to communicate with the partner and say like, hey, at least let's take a break. I want to explore this, blah, 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 blah. If your partner is ready to wait, okay. If they are not ready to wait, it can stop. Relax, guys. What I'm saying is,
Mind you guys,
why is she moving
we're on a
away?
timer,
Why-
and we are
why-
talking about Greek mythology.
why is she moving
Yeah,
away?
it's not
So,
about cheating.
From my point of view,
whatever.
it's like, if you have a crush and you're not gonna pursue it, then it's okay. Say the crush is gonna be in your head and it's gonna blow out as after.
Okay.
I
But
hope
if
your,
you have a
I
crush
hope your
and
questions
you're
are related to
actually-
Greek
and
mythology.
you're actually, every time the crush posts, you're like, okay, the crush is posted. Or every time the crush does something like, oh, hey, crush, let's go somewhere. That is,
Okay.
are you actively pursuing the crush? You should, me personally, for me, I'd want my partner to tell me, hey, I feel something for this. So that I could say, okay, let's take a break. You do whatever you want to do. I go whatever I want to go. If you want to come back, I can say, okay. Or if you want to come back and if I decide to move, then, like it's a risk. You either go and you fall in love and I get heartbroken, or you go and then you come back.
Pause.
It's a risk you take because now you have to want to pursue the crush. But take a risk.
Okay,
Either
pause.
move or find love. So,
I want to hear what Naomi is now thinking because I'm seeing that look. What are you thinking?
First of all, I think it's very disrespectful to the partner.
Yes.
Gaia, on your side.
is it better than cheating?
Wait.
Because like at the end of the day, they're gonna cheat.
Wait, let us speak. Let us speak.
So, it's like me and Vanessa are in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Vanessa, I'm crushing on Felicia.
Listen to
So,
me. The delivery matters too.
Then if it wants, I'll come back.
No. The delivery matters too. It doesn't mean you have to go
It's
like,
okay,
listen,
but-
I have, you just communicate in a way they understand, no?
Anyways.
Okay, let's go back to Greek mythology.
Okay,
Let's
with
go
that
back.
being said, because this conversation started from the fact that Zeus is a womanizer, does it mean Zeus should have addressed this to his women?
No.
That guys, I'm in love with this bitch.
Thinking
Can you
like
let me
Zeus?
shoot my shot?
Thinking like Zeus.
That is what you should comment on the comments.
As
Like, what do you think
when
what Zeus should have
commenting,
done
Zeus is not
before
a human being.
womanizing?
Maybe Zeus is just air or a bubble.
On the
So,
other side, even if Zeus would have told his whatever the women told the wives, do you think, even if the wife said no, do you think Zeus will
Never. That is why. That is why. Even if it's not power, that is why when Zeus knew that Hera would never agree to the things that I did, when Zeus fell in love with this woman, I forgot her name, she turned that woman into a cow, and a majestic cow. This cow moved from where Zeus was to Crete. And then she had to stay there. She had to endure being a cow until when Hera's anger and thrash slowed down. Then Zeus had to go there and turn her back into a human. So yes, I believe that Zeus didn't give a shit about all whatever you're saying. Zeus was like, if Hera is gonna get pissed, we're not gonna do it. That's why he was all focused on the fact that hiding things from Hera. Because he knew if Hera gets pissed, there is no peace for anyone. You have to be a god, you can be a titan. Nobody gives a shit. Hera didn't care if you're a god or a titan or a human. She was there like, nobody's sleeping with my husband.
But also here, she was jealous,
Yes, as she should, bro. Okay, not as she should. She was married to a man and she was not the first wife.
she knew
so
the
no.
consequences, no?
Yes,
Okay, let's go back to Drax. Let's continue. You said from the first wife. Sorry,
we were talking
Yes.
about
Metis.
something
So,
first. One.
Metis,
Metis.
right? Now the prophecy was prophesied, right? So when Metis got pregnant after the prophecy, what Zeus did was, remember I mentioned that Metis was a god of trickery. She could,
Yes.
take a form of anything. So Zeus lied to Metis and told her, I don't know what he told her exactly, but then, lied to her and made her turn herself into a drop of water. You understand? Then when Metis turned herself into a drop of water, what Zeus did is swallowed Metis. Okay? After swallowing Metis, Zeus continued living
This
his
was a
life.
pregnant Metis.
Pregnant Metis. So what happened is that after that Zeus continued living life, but then what the after effect of that is that Zeus had headaches, like a lot of headaches. Then when it got out of hand, he called his siblings like and told them his problem like I'm having headaches. I don't think if he told them why, but then he just told them I'm having headaches. What it explains in the Greek mythology is that I don't know who did it, but someone cut his head open. When he cut his head open, Athena, now coming back to you mentioned Athena earlier. I told you Athena will come, right? This is how Athena now came to life. Remind you, all of this did not happen like ta 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 ta. It took time.
Yeah.
So by the time when Zeus told his siblings for them to cut his head open, it was quite some time. Athena had already grown into a fully grown woman. You see, so she came out of Zeus's head armored, like she already had her weapons and armor. That's why, according to Greek mythology, Athena is attributed to be god of wisdom, because remember now the mom was a trickery, so she was wise. Okay, so Athena was the god of wisdom, but also god of tactical wars. That's how now Athena came to become.
The female god of war, because mind you, there is a male god of war.
And who is the male god of war?
It wasn't Apollo. What was the name of that guy?
Which one?
Hades.
The male god of war.
Achilles.
I think it was Achilles. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, guys,
Okay.
the main reason we started all this, because I remember we were mixing Norse mythology and
Yeah.
Greek mythology.
Yes.
At one point, it came down to the god of war himself, Kratos. Later on, as I was doing my research, I discovered that Kratos doesn't even exist.
It
It's
doesn't.
the work of fiction.
It's a work of
Yeah.
fiction, exactly.
Yes.
It's
This is what I was telling you.
Yeah.
We needed to, you know, that when we said we needed to do research, I didn't realize how much we needed to do research until I did research. And then I was like, everything I knew about Greek mythology, not everything was accurate.
exactly.
So I came to realize that Greek mythology is more than what we see on Marvel, DC, and animes. It's more than that.
It's those
And even
stories
games.
recreated
More
in
than
some
games as well.
certain
Yeah.
ways
Yeah.
for entertainment purposes now. You get
Okay.
it? All right, so now let's cut the long story, because the gods have a lot of stories.
Yeah,
and-
we
and
can never finish.
We can never finish
Trust
it.
me, 3 hours are not enough.
Let's go back now to how humanity came to be. Because remind you, all this time we've been talking about deities, okay? The gods and everything. So now how did humanity come to be? I'm taking you back to the, what's the name of that Titan?
Which one?
The Titanic war between the gods and the Titans.
I don't know, whatever.
Yes, let's take you back there. Now, mind you, so there were these particular Titans, 2 of them, that betrayed the whole race for them to be with Zeus, right? And blah, 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 the stories went on, right? So now, how did humanity come to be? There was this particular god. I don't know if I can call him a god or a titan. One of those things. His name was Hephaestus. So you remember when
god.
it was a god, right? Remember when I told you like the Cyclopes were able to craft things and make things come to life, right?
Creators.
Yeah, so to create. So it is said that one of the Cyclopes created something, a form of a man. I'm saying man as in, I mean a male, okay? A male figure, okay? So it was a beautiful creation for him. He loved it. Then after making that creation, he allowed man to dwell on earth, Gaia, okay? So now man was dwelling on Gaia. Now, due to the portrayal of the myth is that men continued living on earth. Now, mind you, the guy, we don't know if he made only one man or a lot, but then there were men on earth without females, okay? Now, men, at this point on earth, that's why I told you, you just have to take it like that. On earth, there were animals, whatever. The Cyclopes also, it is said that they're the ones that, you see how an elephant is as big and mighty as he is, the way the giraffe has a long neck, the way that the lion is whatever. These were gifts from the gods. So the animals were given talents. These are talents now. For a mouse to be as small as he, that's a talent.
And as sharp, despite being as small.
Yes. So those now were talents. That's how animals came to be on earth. So now when men came to earth, they were scared of these animals. So men only lived on caves, darkness. They only dwelled on darkness because by that time it happens to be that there was no light. Now, I might be wrong though. I don't know if the guy that created man was Hephaestus. I'm not accurate about that. We'll check about it later. So this person that created man wanted better for men. I told you loved, the god loved man.
the
men.
creation.
So what he did is that he went to Olympus. Remember we talked about how Olympus was formed, right? Yeah. So he went to Olympus and stole the Olympus fire. Then came on earth and gave it to men. Then man started prospering. Now, if we go about that, it's a bit long. There were some ages, you know, the age. Now, mind you, men was living. They were given this fire. Then they started prospering on earth. Okay, Zeus, mind you, Zeus was not part of any of this. Saw the fire that men were living with, and decided to say that if men are going to live on earth, they're supposed to give offerings to the gods. Okay. So this guy, the god that created man, knowing of Zeus's schemes and trickeries, what he did is that he made 2 piles of offerings.
It wasn't Hephaestus.
It wasn't
It was
Hephaestus.
the Titan that had the name of P. I don't remember what's the name.
Prometheus, I think.
Yes,
Prometheus, yeah.
because he
I think
did it
Prometheus.
against the knowledge of, against Zeus's knowledge.
Yeah.
But Zeus, but do you know why you are confusing him with Hephaestus? Because Zeus told
Was the brother-
Hephaestus
was the
to
brother,
do
right?
something
Yes,
with the
yes,
humans,
yes,
like go
yes.
and do this for the humans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now Prometheus knew Zeus's trickery. Okay. So what he did is that he made 2 piles of offerings. One of them were bones. It was an offering of an animal, right? So it was there were bones, but then mind
With
you, the
ribs,
pile,
you know?
yeah, with ribs. You know, the bones they look bulky.
Yeah.
You get it. And Zeus loved the best for himself. You get it. Then the other one were just meat. Okay. So the pile of meat looked small. The pile of bones and whatever looked big.
huge, yeah.
Zeus consumed that one, the bones, not knowing that the more lofty offering was
The one that
meat.
looks less.
He got pissed off. Zeus got pissed off. And due to that offense, he took the fire from man. Okay? So now, when he took the fire from men and brought it back to Mount Olympus, men returned to the caves, since they are back to
fire,
darkness. Okay? After Prometheus seeing that was going on, he didn't like that. As I told you, he loved men. So he did what he did at first. Now this time, mind you, it was Zeus that did not want man to have fire.
Yeah.
But Prometheus went back to Mount Olympus, stole the fire, and gave it back to men. When men started prospering, Zeus saw that men have fire. How did they get it? Someone did this, whatever. Okay? So that's when he knew that Prometheus went against my orders to bring fire back to men.
Yeah.
So he punished Prometheus. Now, Prometheus had a brother. The brother is Hephaestus. Okay? Before he was punished by Zeus, Prometheus told the brother, like, whatever what you do, never accept any gift from the gods. No matter how handsome or beautiful that gift will be, don't accept any gift from the gods. Then Hephaestus said, okay. That's when now Prometheus was punished. His punishment was, if now you have played God of War, you'll see there's this being that is hanged on a tree.
Yeah.
Now remind you, he's a god. He has immortality. So there was a certain animal that was sent to always eat his liver. You get it? But then because he's a god, he has immortality, cannot die. So that eagle, let us say, the bird, let's say it's an eagle, was coming every
in
day.
Tanzania, Kongoro.
Yeah, every day, eating his liver.
Pigeon.
At night, he leaves.
Crows.
When he leaves, remember that this guy is immortal. The liver grows back.
Yeah.
Then the next day, the bird comes and starts eating again. You can imagine the amount of torment and pain this can cause someone.
Like you're not dying.
You're not dying.
But you'll face everything that comes before death.
You get it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that was his what? His mistake. Now, mind you, Zeus has punished Prometheus, but he's not done with men. So he schemed also. He went to the Cyclopes and wanted the Cyclopes to create something that would torment men. Not kill them, torment them, but then let them live. You understand? Now, all this time on earth, there was no good, there was no bad.
And there were no women.
There were no women. They were living peacefully, like everything was just okay. They did not die, I think also. They did not know death. So, it is said that the gift that was created was a Pandora box. You have ever heard of a Pandora box, no? Yeah, so that was the gift that the gods created for man. What they did is that they put every sort of evil inside that box. But they also created a woman. You understand?
A woman was created in form of, Athena is
Yes.
known as the goddess of beauty. The woman was created in form of Athena. That
Very
was the
beautiful.
example.
Very beautiful. Okay? So when the woman was created, she was given instructions that she was to be presented as a gift to Hephaestus. But then on her journey from Olympus to Earth, she was not supposed to open that box until she reached Earth. You get it? So the woman, when she was given that box, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful box. Very, very good looking.
Yeah.
Before she reached Earth, she was curious.
Okay, Eve.
She wanted...
Now that's where we're different.
Exactly.
Because for me, she met Hephaestus and she stayed with Hephaestus and everyone else like normally.
Okay.
But eventually, her curiosity got the best of her.
Anyways, she got curious.
I'm also
Yeah.
with that one, yeah.
Okay. So anyways, she got curious. She opened the box. Mind you, in the box, there were all sorts of evil. And that's how now evil
Greed.
entered.
The
Greed,
Hunger.
hunger,
Theft, everything,
suffering.
every bad thing.
The
You
seven
see?
deadly sins.
Except
basically.
one thing.
Except one thing.
Prometheus put hope because he knew that Zeus is not going to stop right now. So I'm going to put hope somewhere. So Prometheus put hope in the Pandora box.
Now, also that's where we differ. Hope was there. But then, according to the story that I read, that was Zeus's ultimate punishment.
Mercy.
Curse. It was a curse to... Do you know why? The fact that you go through suffering, but then hope
you keep hoping that
everything will
something
be...
is changed,
You
something is
understand?
going to change, like-
you will go through
Like the hope
everything
is
that
just
is bad.
pain. Like you
yes.
keep hoping, but nothing is
Really, that is
According-
exactly where we differ.
yes.
Because when I read it, it was like Prometheus put that because Zeus had any positive feeling towards
But then,
humanity.
remember
So for
Prometheus
Zeus,
was the one on
when
the
the
cross,
moment
no?
Prometheus was the one who was the only deity, he was a titan, the only deity that thought of humanity as something that deserves a second chance. So when he put hope, he knew it was the one thing that Zeus never wanted for us. So he was like, I'm going to put hope. If they ever open the Pandora box,
At that point, what I'm
they're
saying-
going to meet humanity.
At that
If they
point-
meet hope, then Zeus is going to be in a point where Zeus wanted human beings to be in a point of despair. He didn't want us to be in a point where we'd ever get hope. Like we're hoping for the best. Never. He wanted us every day of our lives. We're tormented in fear, in what would happen if this happens. He just wanted us every day of our lives. We're suffering. We're thinking, you get my point? There is no positivity in our lives. So Prometheus knew, if I give humans hope, that is the one thing that will crush Zeus. So when Prometheus put hope, he put it not knowing that we would get it. He was like, eventually, if they open the Pandora box, they'll meet hope. If they don't open the Pandora box, then Zeus is getting a win. But if they do open the Pandora box, then Zeus will forever realize that as much as he can control humans, they'll always have hope for the best, regardless of the fact that he doesn't wish the best for them.
Yeah, so you see there are 2 points of views there.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hope
Vanessa?
hope as a mercy, but also hope as
Also,
a...
yeah, the punishment, as a
yeah.
curse.
I have this question from TikTok. It says like this: when people say the Greeks were gay, are they talking about Greek mythology or are they referring to the real?
Potato.
Because here I heard you say, I don't know, they created women.
Men, and they are peaceful.
That's
they're
why we
just
said
happy,
potato,
and they're
potato,
like,
because
are they
in
gay?
Greek mythology there wasn't such
why are
thing
they happy?
as being gay. For
No,
them,
no, never.
they were just inflicting themselves in pleasure.
They
The
were
pleasure
gay.
was not distinctive.
Thank you, they were gay. Let's just continue. 'Cause
In real sense, they were. That's why if you look like into Greek art, like if you look into the sculptures and the paintings, they portray orgies.
listen,
They portray threesomes.
The main point
and
was-
they do not portray them as scenes. They portray them as daily life.
Drake said from the story, men were made without women and they were happy. Why are they happy if they're not gay?
I don't know.
There's a certain deity that I didn't talk about. His name was Dionysius. He was the god of entertainment.
Unless they fucked that god, they were gay.
Regardless of the god was gay.
Like, make that make sense? Because you kept saying these men were just they are happy. I wanted to say they were gay before, but I just said let me respect.
You are being respectful of the god.
Because they only created men. They were their men and they were happy. They got fire and they were like, why are they happy?
God help you.
No comments.
No comments. So,
No comments from me as well.
So, based on Greek
Let him
mythology,
yeah.
that is how humanity came to thrive
Exists.
and exist, and now reproduce to where we are right now. You get
So
it?
like the women opened the box and then got everything and then like
A
got into
woman.
man.
But then now,
Open the box.
based on the story, I remember Prometheus warned his brother not to accept any gift from the gods.
Yeah.
The woman was so beautiful in such a way, Hephaestus forgot.
He was like, fuck Prometheus.
Like,
Yeah,
fuck
whatever he said.
according to the story I read, it was like he forgot. But then personally,
In
I
real
was
sense, it was like,
the
fuck
nigga was
Prometheus and whatever he
fuck
said.
that nigga. Fuck that nigga.
I should ignore this beauty. And honestly, the way they describe the woman that was brought to Hephaestus, honestly, whether you're a man or a woman, you shouldn't be able to say no to that situation.
Why are you gay?
You are gay.
I could be gay. I could be gay. But the woman was formed after Aphrodite. So please tell me, how should I compare myself to a goddess?
Now, why do we say Zeus is a problem? After the creation of woman, after the reproduction of woman, this nigga, this dude, would look upon earth and see beauties, bodies, right? He would see bodies and would be
Queens, princesses.
like, I'm going down for that.
I'm like, I need to tap that shit.
From Olympus. This nigga be dwelling with gods, bro.
He would
Body
change.
is-
He would change his appearance for these women. That's
Because
what you
keep
need to
in
keep.
mind-
He would be like, this woman should not know that I'm a god. Also to protect them from Hera. He would be like, no. Since Saint is the type of woman that does this, I need to go there as this type of man. I need to go there as an animal, bro.
Men.
Zeus was a whore. As much as we are trying to sugarcoat this situation, Zeus was a whore.
Alright, so Zeus now planned to go gift, I can say gift, right? Kind of gift the brother a wife. Now, the Poseidon's wife was known as Amphitrite. Amphitrite, same thing. Now, then that's how now like there was order between the
Siblings.
land
And the sea.
the sea. You get it. But then before that, it was always
Earthquakes, stuff and
Earthquakes,
shit like
whatever.
that.
You guys now you can continue also now. Me have been speaking all this time. Hi.
Shame on you. As if me and Arafat have both been sprinkled
So-
in.
No,
I
you know
have-
personally, I wanted to cover it from
Beginning
chaos
to
humanity.
human.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I've watched an anime. It's called the War
Blood
of
of
Ragnarok.
Zeus. Oh, okay.
yeah, or the
It's,
war.
War of
Ragnarok,
Ragnarok
where-
is a work of fiction.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
But
like,
then,
Yeah.
but then also it aligns with Norse.
Not
No,
no, the
no.
anime, not entirely.
the
No, but you
anime
see, even
is,
the blood of
Because
Zeus,
do you
the
know-
blood of Zeus, the anime, they had to put a fictional character who was the main character. That is the reason I tell people not to take it as real,
Yeah,
because
let me-
the main character is a work of fiction.
I know, but then do you know why when she just said War of Ragnarok, I said that might be Norse mythology?
Ragnarok.
Because Ragnarok is
The end of Asgard. It's
Asgard.
a mythical creature.
Valhalla. Valhalla is.
No, Valhalla is
the heaven of the
gods.
gods.
I know. That's
The
what
heaven
I'm
of the
saying. All
Vikings.
those things are related to Norse.
That's why I'm saying the same as the
mythology.
anime The Blood of Zeus, okay?
Yes.
The Blood of Zeus is an anime that is portraying Greek mythology.
Okay.
But when you watch the anime is when you realize they did not depict Greek mythology. They fantasize it in a way that I get them. They're
back-
trying to interest people who are watching it for the sake of watching, not for the sake of Greek mythology.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yes,
entertainment.
that's why I said, coming back to what I said prior, I said that the main reason we went deep into this is we were confusing Norse
Yes.
mythology and Greek mythology. And because of a certain movie and games, we were putting a guy called Kratos.
Let's listen into this. Yeah.
Yes, well, in reality, Kratos was a servant or the best soldier of Zeus, right? But the way we did it was because of me. First of all, I know me and Felician, me and Drex here, we play games. We play a game called the God of War, right? This guy waged war against Olympus. So we were confusing this with that, right?
No, but then, do you know why we confused it? We played God of War.
God of War Ragnarok.
Now, you see what they did? The first God of War, the first game, they were talking about Greek mythology.
Greek mythology, yes.
Then on this, whatever, since, you know,
think it's two, right?
from 2020 till date,
Yeah.
like the world has been interested on Vikings and whatever.
Yeah.
They've made a game, since that game came out in 2018, they made a game about God of War.
And then God of War Ragnarok.
God of
Norse
War
mythology,
Ragnarok. Now
okay.
Norse mythology. That's why we were confusing them.
Yeah, and the thing is, right? And this is now the funny part. Even in the game, they were mentioning Greece,
Yeah.
Of course.
right? Like, because first of all, in the game, they call the God of War Kratos, they call him the ghost of Sparta. Because in reality, he was also a god that killed, but he was also called a god killer, right? He killed other gods. And then he went to a new land. First of all, he's the one who killed Zeus, am I wrong? He killed Zeus, right? Yeah, he killed Zeus. Because the main reason he waged war against the gods is because the gods made him kill his wife and daughter. His wife and daughter, yes. And later on, he got his revenge and blah, blah, blah shit. And then he goes on to Norse mythology and has a wife there and has another kid. And the kid is now probably to be Loki, when Loki is supposed to be the son of Odin.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he's not Odin, he's the son of the Bifrost, the giants themselves. And like now this is where we all got confused with this thing. But now, looking into this, where we've come from, we've gone into it deeper and now understand where the difference between Greek mythology and Norse mythology.
Yes. Honestly.
Right? And like we've opened our minds and now we're not going to get confused.
And,
Interesting.
and it's
Interesting.
very
It's very
interesting
interesting.
because I've had points of views that when I was going through it and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I've had these moments of what the fuck moments through a lot of the parts that I was reading through Greek mythology. Because I was like, what the hell were they doing?
But then let me tell you
Why
something.
were we entertaining these gods?
Let me tell you why I respect Greek mythology. Greek mythology have tried to cover reasoning in the best way it can. Like, you see what we believe in right now. They leave us in a lot of questions.
Yeah.
A lot of things are not covered for. Most of the time, when you reach rock bottom of a certain stuff, and that's why even when you come and question now, they are always there. Like now, why are you questioning these things? You don't have faith. I feel like Greek mythology, if you go like really research about it, bro, you'll understand why a turtle has the whatever,
Shell.
that shell that he's carrying. You'll understand why an olive tree came to life. You know, they have tried to for that time, to depict why human life came to existence, why the things surrounding man are as they are. You understand? They really did try to question and answer almost every aspect of
They
life.
put themselves in humanity's
In-
position.
yes.
Let me troll. So they did all that just so that you won't understand where Uranus is.
They did all that so that
You don't
can
know
choo-
if he's
no,
dead,
they
if
did all
he's
that so
alive.
that you can choose another religion.
But I feel like
Because in real sense,
Yeah.
after everything they did, the majority of people who follow Greek mythology are very few. So they did all that so you can be a Christian.
Listening to this whole story, like as short as you guys made it be, because you try to like just give like the main points
After speaking for 2 hours.
from chaos
Short.
to the way humans are.
Yeah.
Most of the things, like just like I said, like just when you talk about religion, most of the things that were said throughout, explained from the Greek mythology, they relate, like most of the things come back and relate to Islam, and then relate to like Christianity. Like there's some things I've been listening and I feel like there's some things like you listen, you're like, okay, this feels like this. Okay, this feels like this. Okay, we also do this.
Mind you. Can I say something? When I read,
are you saying what my brain is trying to tell me?
Wait.
Yeah.
When I read about the Pandora's box,
And also like even the cow,
wait.
when you said the cow is like the deity, like made like the cow could produce milk, and like I was like,
India,
okay, he's giving me like.
Indeed.
He just kept on giving me clues on every other religion.
I have something to say. When I was reading Greek mythology and I reached the part of Pandora's box, the book that I read, the way they portrayed the Pandora's box is exactly the way they portrayed the Garden of Eden.
Exactly.
So I was
The
like,
apple,
the apple was the Pandora's box.
The apple was.
But the difference comes where, before the Pandora's box, whatever happened from chaos till the Pandora's box is more than what happened between Adam and Eve.
That's what I was saying.
That's where the difference lies.
This is
like in Adam and Eve, it was so Adam and Eve.
It doesn't.
Apple and snake.
Listen.
Okay, but for the Pandora's box, a bunch of things happened.
Listen.
Then
Okay.
the Pandora's
Let
box.
me explain my shit. So I'm Christian, so I'm gonna explain from my Christian point of view. My Christian point of view. They said in the beginning, God created the earth in 7 days. Now, when he said earth, he said he created the sky, he created the waters, he created the land, which say God is chaos. Created Gaia, he created the sky, right? Then he created the underworld. Like all these things were created.
But
then when they come and explain the 7 days, they say the 1 day in God's eye is like 1,000 years in a human being. So like a lot of shit happened there. That's why I'm just saying like it really compares. So I come and assume in those 1,000 years what was happening? All these things were happening so that God can create man. And so that the woman can eat the apple, which is the Pandora's box. And then blah, blah, blah just happens. Like for me, just like...
These stories are aligning.
And also another difference I noticed, like in a lot of religious point of views that are not Greek mythology, is that God, the punishment we received was during the Adam and Eve eating the apple phase. You get my point?
Yeah.
But when it comes to Greek mythology, the flood came way after.
Yeah, they talked about
Like the moment Zeus brought the flood, a bunch of things happened. To the point where Zeus was like, fuck humanity. I'm wiping them out of existence.
Remember Noah?
Then yes, the Noah's Ark, that's when Zeus was like, fuck this shit.
Like that story
the
was
flood
there,
is
but
gonna
then
come.
the difference between this side of the story and this side of the story is that on this side of the story, man was already made, woman was already there, then there was, but then on this side of the story, there were only man.
Only man.
Only man.
When Zeus brought the flood,
then they
there was no women.
Damn!
I think the fucked up shit was
Sodom and Gomorrah was giving the fucked up shit that Zeus was like, what's that name?
I was like,
Dang!
I swear. Even when I was reading, I was also thinking the same thing. I was like, it's giving Sodom and Gomorrah is what
you
Zeus
know,
got pissed at.
caught in his head and said like, of all these wives I'm having, so that these guys could fuck each other.
But then there were no women. Who did they fuck?
She's
But
like-
that's the thing. There were no women. What was Zeus expecting them to
Entertain
fuck?
yourselves.
Dang!
Entertain
It's
yourselves.
very contradictory. Like if you read this, it sets your brain up because you're like,
And mind you,
what the hell?
Mind you, there was no good or bad by that time.
Yes.
So why was Zeus pissed?
Why was Zeus pissed? Why was he pissed at whatever humanity was
Because
doing?
why were they happy?
There was no good, there was no evil.
Why were they-
So Zeus was just pissed because of his own hidden agenda. According to the way they're explaining, Zeus was pissed because of his own hidden agenda.
Listen,
What was the hidden agenda?
The hidden agenda is Zeus had so many wives, so that these guys
Bring
could fuck
women,
each other. Like,
bring women.
no, listen, like
The wives were
they
gods.
are disrespecting
Their
him. Like,
wives were gods.
Ace.
The humans didn't have women.
Ace. You live on your own. You don't have women. Make yourselves like comfortable there and
By fucking my fellow man.
no, make yourselves comfortable, but don't forget, because if you fuck
With
a fellow
all due
man,
respect,
you
PG-13.
disrespect me as Zeus, who chooses to fuck. I'm like, why are you trying to say I'm doing the wrong? Like, what are you trying to make of me?
So Zeus was just an
Let me kill you guys.
egotistic bastard.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That has answered the
Just
question.
trolling, guys. No.
Ace, let me. She gave us her point from the Christianity.
Can you sit properly? You know this noodles.
He's sitting like Hades. You know Hades doesn't give a shit. It's the reason we called him Hades in the beginning of the episode.
Okay, first of all, she gave her point of Christianity, right? But if I give the point of Islam, we think that God did create Earth, and we believe that we were like the first inhabitants of Earth. But in reality, we aren't the first inhabitants of the Earth, because from my understanding and from what I've read throughout like my teenagehood, my early adulthood life, something, pubescent life, there was before man was created, there was jinn, and jinn inhabited the earth, right? To the point.
Before you continue, so are you trying to say that the jinns are the ones that Uranus, Gaia, they are the ones?
We agree with that, right? We agree with them with that. Because
Cronus,
they were
Titans.
The Titans be fucking gents.
yes. In the end, they were shit, and then man was created to replace them.
Wait, on Islamic point of view,
Islamic point of view, because
do
they
jinns,
weren't.
like jinns were the first creation?
Yes.
Then man.
Actually,
Did they coexist or?
They do coexist.
Right now, we do exist, but the
We
thing was,
believe that right now they do
Yeah.
coexist.
Why are you saying?
We just
guys,
cannot see them.
yeah.
Why are you saying you are talking to people who are ignorant on this on the topic? Why are you saying right now? So it means before
Because
that, there was
as
a
he
certain
said, they existed before us.
Yeah.
After we came, we started coexisting.
my question. Oh,
Yes.
Till date, we are coexisting.
based on Islam religion,
Yes.
these two they coexist.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because
The difference is
I thought-
they can see us,
And
we cannot
can't
see them.
That's the difference.
So they, let's say for example, right now, there could probably a gene in the middle between you and Arafat.
Hi, June.
But he can see
don't
you
do
or
that.
she
Very
can
scary.
see you.
It's
But they
very
can,
scary.
but you cannot see them. You get the point?
It's very scary. Wait.
Hygiene. Yes, bro. Like
It's giving Ouija board.
exactly. It's
Like, how is it scary?
I don't know.
no, just I don't know.
How are you taking them? No, we need to
Because
understand.
for
why
me
you're
personally,
saying-
I'm saying it as a joke. Okay, excuse
Yeah.
me.
No,
I'm sorry.
okay, why
I'm
I'm
sorry.
for me why I'm saying I'm taking it seriously because I have seen people get what's the word haunted by jinns. getting-
Wanapandisha majini in Swahili version.
Okay.
I don't know how to say that
I'm
in
sorry,
English.
okay, so I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
they're, what do they call it? Do they call it like in The Exorcist?
Sema Kiswahili?
They get possessed.
They
yeah.
possession.
Yes,
Thank
Can I
you.
ask you
possession.
something?
Ask Arafat.
Based on
Ask Arafat, because I'm not very fluent in religion and I don't
It's
want to make
Jinn.
a
based on
mistake.
religion.
we have agreed that they coexist, right?
Yes.
And you're saying that some people can be haunted by these things and you're seeing it in
Yes.
real life, right? So my question is, what I know is that you guys believe there are two sides of the story, like there are good genes and,
And bad jinns, yes.
When she mocked it and said like, hey Jin, why did you just take it negatively? Why not the
Like,
posi-
hey, Jin, the
positively?
positive Jin, the one that
Because
protects.
the positive would okay, okay.
Probably
for
say
my
hi
thinking-
back.
Yes, but no, would say hi back. But isn't that scary? You say
Would
hi
you?
to
That's why
something.
he did not take it in a negative way. He said it's scary.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Because what if the jinn says hi back?
And you
Why is
actually
that
hear the
scary?
react.
Dang. If he says eyes back and he's a good Jin, why is it scary? It's like,
No, it's scary
wait,
because
wait.
For Arafat, I get Arafat's point. Like
Wait.
the whole interaction between jinn and man is
forbidden.
scary.
Scary.
No, it's not. It's scary.
It's scary itself because
The interaction between jinn and man, especially why is it scary? It's because they can see you, you cannot
and
see
you cannot
them.
see them. And now here you
So
are.
you get to hear a voice that you do not think.
Exactly.
You're hearing a voice that says, "Hi, Drex," but
How
you do not
would
know
you
where the Drex
okay,
is coming
can
from.
I ask something?
Mommy.
It's giving. It's giving. I'm sorry.
Hi, wow.
I'm just here for vibes, guys. I'm not by any means quoting religion.
By any means, I want to say things, but it's gonna take us just.
What do you want to say? What do you want to
I
say?
wanted to say from Christianity point of view, we say like hearing the voice of God or hearing the voice of the Holy Spirit, and we don't see these things. We hear them, right? I not necessarily mean like I hear it, like, but people say they hear them, right? So like, it's a
They hear
good
the
thing
what?
if a voice
of the
God,
Holy Spirit.
or a voice of a Holy Spirit, like you hear the voice, you hear it talking to you, you hear it guiding you, like telling you, okay, don't do this or this is something like that, right? So for us, that's a good thing. It's not gonna be a scary thing. Of course, it's gonna be a sacred thing, but not scary.
Okay, but now this is the question, right? Like for you to hear that, mustn't you also be like a really religious person?
No. It doesn't necessarily mean you should.
Now I understand why she said what she said at the beginning, because I feel like our thoughts will, collide. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Are you saying God speaks only to religious people?
No, I'm just like...
it's a question.
No, she's saying the voice of the Holy Spirit.
Yes. Now, it feels like you're saying that God only speaks to good people. I feel like, personally, I feel like...
It implies.
Yes, it implies.
Wait, I'm
personally, I feel like God can speak to anyone he wants to.
First of all, wait, I'm confused. She said Holy Spirit. Is the Holy Spirit God?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Also, it's another reason
That's
why
I say.
it's because he needs to understand her religion to be able to understand the questions answered.
Yes.
And also, if I can give a similar understanding, Unona, like, and when you're fasting in Ramadan, we have Qiyamul Layli, okay?
Okay, what?
Qiyamul Layli.
Qiyamul Layl, huh?
Yeah, okay? That night, if you pray, you don't have to be the most righteous to be able to get
Yes.
you get my point?
You get the point.
That's what they're implying. So in this case, you all have the same understanding. It's just that you have different understandings of your religions.
True. But now my question is, God speaks to us. Like, I don't know if that's also like, because we speak, because for me, my point is that we speak to God. God hears our prayers. Okay, so he does speak to us back. Because there's a quote that says, also, if I say if you just come walking to me, he'll come running to you. Everything, when you speak to him, he answers you directly. So yeah, okay, I get the point. Yeah, you don't have to be religious. True. You don't have to be religious so that God can speak to you, because at the end of the day, you're God's creation, and God is the most merciful, most gracious, most merciful. So yeah, that was just, I was getting confused with the Holy Spirit.
Hades, we're kind of worried with your outfit and shit. No. It's giving like...
But then you see, what we're talking about right now, those are the most famous myths that came out. Do you know, I'm just asking now, do you guys know that these Egyptians, they have their own version of what we're talking about right now?
Exactly.
Written down in texts.
Yeah.
No. I can agree because of one thing. The video that I watched about Greek mythology, the lady that I forgot her name, the one who moved to Crete as a cow, because Zeus turned her into a cow. And then when they reached Crete, what's her name? Hera had a feeling that this bitch is in Crete. This bitch had to move as a cow to Egypt and had to live her life in Egypt. So Zeus turned her back into a human in Egypt. That's where her history began. So that lady's history and Zeus's children's history from Egypt start there.
I'm going to tell you something also. If you have done your research on this Greek mythology, you must have probably come across Medusa and the three sisters that were cursed, right? Do you know where they were living? Those caves where they were living, who was the hero that went to cut their whatever Hermes? Was it Hermes? The one with the wings.
Yeah, it was Hermes.
The one with the wings on the...
Yeah, it should have been Hermes, yeah.
It Hermes. They mentioned northern part of Africa. They didn't say where exactly. But then I remember there was another story whereby they mentioned Ethiopia also. So all I'm saying is, as much as we've done our research on this, and we're not saying next episode, guys, it's tiring.
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things to do,
But then
respectfully.
we're saying you should go check it out. But then there's also it's interesting to know that there's an Egyptian version of this. It's not very famous, but then it's all written down, like everything, them trying to explain everything. And for them, they don't believe in, I can say they kind of don't believe in God for them.
Yeah.
They have an explanation for everything. Do you know what they believe in? They believe in the truth. Yeah, so you guys can also go and do your research on the Egyptian. You won't finish, I can promise you that. But then if you're interested into, this type of histories, yeah, I can give you something.
What I will add on, this thing has really been eye-opening for me. I think also for the rest of you guys, it's also been very eye-opening. I don't know about you, Faraja, because you were...
She did research.
She didn't research. She just came and...
No, but then trust me, what she has gained from what we talked about, is a lot.
And I was like, it's been a whole week journey of research. It was actually kind of nice. Now I know I won't mix my Norse and my Greek
Mythologies, right?
mythologies. I won't mix them, and I also won't mix the fiction, like the way we were doing before.
Yeah.
And it's now kind of, I've opened my mind to another world of religion there. You get my point? It's called even theory, right? At least I came out the other side a bit more wise in regards to it. I learned about something new, right? And
Are you okay?
that coffee is really...
No, I'm okay.
But then there's something that I think, I don't know if the rest of you have, especially you, Saint, have come across. I feel like podcasting opens our minds into a lot, even to some parts of ourselves that we didn't know existed.
Yeah, exactly.
The conversations we have here,
mind opening.
trust me.
Genuinely.
There's some parts of me I was like, okay.
Because normally don't ask ourselves this
this type of questions.
So when they come, when they hit in a moment you least expect, it makes you think for a second.
True.
So,
And that was beautiful, guys.
It was.
Aphrodites.
that was
Aphrodite says it was.
that was really cool for me because I didn't have any prior knowledge of any Greek of mythology, and I learned a lot of names today. So if you meet me outside for this whole month, don't give me your name, just give me concepts, just talk. Don't tell me your name, I won't remember it.
And I guess with that, we should be wrapping the episode.
Yes.
Guys, if you don't know me, my name is Arafat.
Abdullah Arafat.
Abdullah Arafat. My friend here is...
This is Drex, guys.
Saint and the goddess.
Ace, aka Aphrodite.
Why did you? What was that necessary? Like,
I just had to, because honestly, I did not go out of my way to dress like the goddesses for that reason. So yes.
a quick question though. You guys studied Greek philosophy?
I don't know what I studied, honestly, so I can't say
It's a
shit.
quick question.
Yes or no? It's a yes or no answer.
Yeah, it's a yes or no answer. Greek philosophy.
No.
So you don't know Socrates? You don't know?
I know the names, but it's not like I went deep into, you scroll and you just come across Socrates. You come across, what is its name? Plato.
Plato.
What?
Plato.
Can you cut this part?
Plates, yeah. You come across plates and spoons.
Listen, I need this shit cut.
We can see
So
people
yeah, you
are
come
hungry.
across that and you come across so many of their concepts, and some of them I listen to daily Stoics. So
Yeah, the Stoics.
yeah, so.
Alright guys. I
Yes,
guess
honestly.
we'll see you